Hello, and welcome back to Q&A Thursday, where I'm your host, Dane Hennon, back in the seat, full of,
Vim
not
and
actually
vigor.
full of German beer today, but I am excited to be here, and I am wearing my authentic Oktoberfest lederhosen.
Dane, I
So,
appreciate that.
I wanted to bring
was-
the A game today.
So did that get dry cleaned or laundered? Since
It has been laundered since I brought
Okay,
it
good.
back. Yes.
All right. Mhm.
Because we were caught in a rainstorm,
Yeah.
if you recall,
Yeah.
on the last day.
Is that the laundering you were talking about?
No. I actually
Okay.
washed them
Okay,
at
good.
home.
Good. Very nice.
Okay.
I had to air dry the lederhosen, though. They're not really the kind of thing you want to
We
run through
can't
the washing
really
machine.
wash
so,
them
yeah.
because they're suede.
I scrubbed them down. That's the best I could do. So,
nice.
anyway,
So
a
take
lot of
that,
dabbing
Dave.
with
Like it.
towels.
Yeah.
I took what I knew about Alcantara and
Very
applied
nice.
it to my
Yeah.
pants.
Way
So,
to do it.
there
I
we
like
go.
it.
Anyway,
Well, you look festive. I love it. If you could maybe give us a twirl around for the camera later on, I think that'd be
we'll
great.
see about that.
yeah.
It's hard to get up
I
out
understand.
of the chair.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
wearing
later
these.
on we'll get a little taste of the lederhosen.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Understandable.
I would also like to point out new milestone. I cracked below 280 pounds today.
All right,
No
Dave.
way.
Yeah.
Very excited on my weight loss
Huzzah!
journey. Really stoked. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see compared to the last time. Whoa, my
Whoa,
goodness.
we almost had a second
we
spill.
were here on the show, but we'll talk about that other spill in a minute. But yeah, no, I was very excited after hitting 300 pounds. So it was not a good time. And now 278.
Proud
on
of
my
you,
way down.
Dane.
So
Kicking butt,
excited.
taking
So
names.
Killing
thank
it.
you to everybody who believes in me. Thanks. Anyway, as we all know, of course, you guys have held the fort down while I've been gone, and I really appreciate it, even if I was like watching from afar going, ah! I'm so glad you guys were here, though.
Of course, Dane. That's
So,
what we do best.
Levi Gates to my right, Anthony Fisher to my left, and the show just wouldn't be the same without the three of us together. So I'm excited to be here today. Anyway, moving on. Housekeeping, guys. What's up?
So what's up, Dane, is that we are in spooky season now. Mm-hmm. It is now October 3rd. Can you
Ooh,
believe that, right?
yes.
31 beautiful days in October. We're trying to enjoy every single minute of it.
And we've got something planned for every single weekend in October, pretty much, for
Holy
folks.
cow.
If
Yeah.
you want to come hang out at the Rag Company.
Right now, we actually have a Rupes training going on right now over at MVP, which is just a brisk 30-second walk away that way.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's going amazing.
On the campus.
On the campus, so it's going really good. And then what do we have coming up next, Levi?
Well, maybe we run over to the events page on the ragcompany.com. That way people can find it and see for themselves exactly what kind of events we've got going on. So click on over to the Rag Company, go to events, click on that, and it will tell you exactly what we got happening. So, like Anthony said, the third and the fourth Rupes training class happening at MVP yesterday or today and tomorrow. And then next week, we're going to have a KCX Education Day where Jason Miller is going to be coming down and hanging out with us, and he's going to be hosting a Education Day at MVP on Saturday. Literally we're going to be running through product. We're going to be doing a wash bay kind of setup.
Yep.
So people can see the different soaps in action and what the difference is between each soap and what it does. So it should be super cool. There's going to be a lot of giveaways. We're charging $30 for this event per person. So if you want to come
Very
out,
reasonable.
hang out, check it out, and learn, you can. And maybe, heck, you might win some prizes, which is even better. So
Yep, agreed.
That's
then
worth the price of admission.
on the 18th and 19th, kind of a 2-for-1. Friday the 18th, we're doing the IDA certification event for Global SV Week for the IDA. So if you are a member of the IDA and maybe you want to take a certification test or a skills validation exam, I'm going to be hosting those on Friday the 18th from 10 to 4 p.m. At MVP. And then on the 19th, Saturday morning, the 1-year anniversary party happening at MVP. We're going to be giving away things on the hour, every hour.
Yep.
We're going to have specials and deals. We're going to have a sale happening, and then there's going to be food and coffee.
Yep.
We'll have a coffee truck. We'll have we may have smoked meats,
Ooh,
things like that. So good time. So come on down, come visit next Saturday, the 18th. And then October 21st and 22nd, the Supreme Rap class with Avery Dennison happening for those 2 days. And then on the next final day, the 23rd, there is a certification exam. And that is for folks who have been rapping for a while. We recommend you've rapped at least 20 to 50 cars before you take the certification exam.
Okay.
But the class and the certification exam are separate entities. So we usually have a class of about 15 to 20 people. And again, with that class, the price is about $1,000, but you get a full roll of wrap of your choice at
You
the
know
end
how
of the
expensive
class.
that stuff is on
Yep.
its own?
And you'll pretty much get an entire kit of tools to wrap your own car after that. So you get pretty much everything that you need, plus a 33% discount to the Wrap Institute. And again, breakfast and lunch is included every day. So those two things are super cool we got going on. And then kicking off the beginning of November, literally with SEMA.
It's a little
visit
later
us.
this year, huh?
Yeah, it's the second week, basically. So a lot of stuff coming up. And then as you can see, we've got some upcoming YouTube Lives that are going to be happening for those of you guys that have been wondering. So mark your calendars. October 24th, our Spooktacular event. We're going to be doing a live. We're going to bury Dane again. That's right. He's going to be buried under the
I
building.
didn't hear that.
And maybe we'll cook some hot dogs on that one, I think, is
Oh,
what we're
man.
doing. Something like that.
I like all these things.
You're
Yeah.
roasting me and
So-
you're cooking over my grave.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's it.
thanks.
You guys know our Spooktacular Halloween live is always a good time. Remember we were fog machining the
man.
place?
Yeah, every time there was a super chat,
we
you'd
fog machined the place. It was great. We fogged us
kinda
all out. It was
crazy.
awesome. So we've got a lot going on for the month of October. And the best way to stay informed of that, including the upcoming Halloween sale
Yep.
that everybody wants. It always includes a special item.
Oh man, it's so
Our
good.
Halloween shirt is literally the most sought after
It is.
item in our TRC.
Rarity.
Like
I have
people
never
see them
wanted one of our shirts more.
Whenever I was looking back and I was looking back to the Scully and the
Scully's
and the
classic.
T-shirt and hoodie setup, and I'm like, man, that was super cool. And then I look at like all the different
The
variations
Jason
we've done.
one
The
was
Jason
super
one,
popular. People
yeah,
love
the
that.
bats.
Yep.
But this one, this one is
So
good.
everybody we hear about goes, oh, I forgot about the Halloween sale. Yeah. So here's how you don't. You sign up for the newsletter.
How does somebody do that?
You go to
Levi?
the website and you sign up right there where it says having FOMO. And if you're not signed up, please take a second, check it, because as soon as that T-shirt drops, it's going to be, you're going to get it in an email. Literally, you're going to get it. And then the email is going to land and you have to buy it.
Yep.
So
Because if you don't, you're going to miss out. And then you're going to be calling us and you're going to be going, man, I missed out on that.
Yeah.
How did I not know?
we don't
We're
want
telling
you
you.
to miss out.
You've
We're
got,
showing you
you've got
right
like 2 weeks, man. Like,
Yep.
So
get it done.
For those who weren't clear, that was at the bottom of the ragcompany.com.
Bottom of the Rag Company.
homepage.
And if you've never even come to the ragcompany.com, it's going to pop up right there.
Yeah.
And tell you want to sign up for the details. Yes, I do. And you know what we're going to do? We'll give you a 15% off coupon just for signing up.
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
being new.
15% off your entire order.
It's
just
a
for signing up.
Pretty sweet way
So,
to
pretty
introduce
cool.
yourself.
Yeah.
So,
But
Agreed.
those are the biggest things. That's what we got coming up. Anthony, do you have anything else you want to add? The Grand Bastards have been kicking butt.
yeah, man.
Dude, Grand Bastards are killing it, man, here in T3 2024. Very proud of them. I didn't really know what to expect with this round. I mean, I knew that T1 was great, T2, a little bit of stragglers in there. T3, I was really hoping they were gonna, pick up the pace, and they've done beyond that, right? Their production value, their content, their creativity, their consistency has just been nonstop, and just love to see it, dude. It's awesome. So I think that based on what I'm seeing right now, and based on probably the end of the year, I'm gonna have some pretty hard.
You got
I'm
contenders.
gonna have some pretty hard contenders to judge, and we're gonna have to really, try to find who's gonna be our one true leader this year, our Grand Ambassador winner. So stay tuned. If you're not already following them on Instagram, please do. They're doing a lot of fun stuff. It's just fun content, fun giveaways, a little bit of everything in between. And then also it's just good to follow them as well if you're interested in being a Grand Ambassador and you're kind of wanting to know what goes into that or what it takes. Some of these T3 people are great people to follow, as well as some of the ones in T1 and our previous Grand Ambassadors as well. So that's kind of that. And moments before the show started, Mr. Levi Gates went out and got me a liquid death here in watermelon. Love it, right? One of my favorite flavors. And I was like, Levi, thank you so much. And as I was trying to adjust my microphone over here, it tipped off the table, fell behind me, and just started spilling and spewing out, all the liquid.
I just hear
all 18
in the
or
background.
20 ounces, whatever it is, and it's just pouring out. And Dane's sitting here in his lederhosen, right, locked in. He's, he can't.
It's
get,
hard
got
to
a
get up
seatbelt
out
on.
of the chair.
He's got a
once I
seatbelt
got
on.
He
this,
can't get out of that
I'm
chair.
buckled in,
right?
buddy.
If the room was on fire, he's probably going to be the last one out of it.
I'm cooked.
And he's cooked. And so he looks at me. He goes, "Anthony, pick it up. What are you doing? Bend over, pick it up." And I look at him and I go, "Dane, I can't."
And then I realize he's not bending
'cause
at all, and
it's
it hit
like
me.
it's in that back corner. There's
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I would have to like origami my way back into that. So I'm like, there's no way.
So do they get the arthritic 44-year-old
That's
man?
right.
So we had to
do it?
yell for Levi.
But he
Gates
wasn't in the rooms. He was way out there. So we had
Master
to,
of Shine.
Levi, help us.
to come, wiggle his way back.
Both of them
in
are
there.
sitting next to each other, going, "We can't move."
He got it.
Totally pathetic
move.
over here. Help.
But
What
that's
a
all
mess!
right.
If this is not like a fun, we're getting older,
Man.
start to a podcast, and I don't know what else.
But I was going to say, one of the fun things, we did have Morgan stop by this
Yeah,
morning
She did. She
to
did
hang
stop
out,
by.
say hello. Morgan McMurray.
The very same.
So nice to see her. Nice to say hello. Nice to hang out. Hear what she's been up to.
Yep.
And for those fans that are big fans of Morgan and wondering what she's been doing, she's living in a small mountain town.
Homestead.
And if you're wondering what that life is like, I guess the best way to describe it is you can go find the movie Dante's Peak.
It's on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, it
I
is?
checked.
Perfect.
I watched it last
So
weekend.
just watch that movie, and you'll get a taste of that small town life that Morgan McMurray is enjoying so much. So, but no, it's great to see her. She's loving every bit of it. She literally says, like, Anthony, you were quizzing her on
You really
on
were.
who she talks to, and are you just by yourself in a house and
Well,
living
I
in the
just- I
mountains
just
with your
asking
animals?
'cause
And
I'm
she's
like,
like, I am. It's
kind of
great.
Snow Whiting it.
Yeah, she's
'Cause
literally
it's-
Snow Whiting it.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it came down to the conclusion of, and I
Yeah.
was just like, you don't get like
She's-
lonely up there. Or
she's
anything?
dating a man who's a minor, not a M-I-N-O-R.
That's ER, not OR.
M-I-N-E-R. He works in a silver mine.
Silver mine.
Yeah.
Literally goes
Brings
in there,
home the bacon.
heavy duty equipment and explosives.
Yeah.
And brings home silver.
Yeah.
I've
I
watched
think it's
October
actually-
Sky.
it's
I know
actually
how it
cash.
works.
I think it's money. He brings
Probably
home.
just a paycheck.
okay.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
a normal paycheck, but he is mining for silver,
Yeah.
which is a rare earth metal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Like we said, straight up Snow White and Seven Dwarfs it.
Pretty rad.
Literally.
Like she's Snow Whiting it up there.
Yeah.
So again, go watch the movie Dante's Peak, and you can see all the fun that Morgan's been getting into.
Get a taste of the lifestyle. Yeah.
So other than that, though, I mean, we've been having a pretty a tricky good time, wouldn't you say, Dane?
Turkey good
yeah.
time.
Yeah. Are you saying that because you're looking into the chair next to you?
Well,
Yeah.
Dane brought something home from
I
Germany
did.
other than
I didn't
his
just bring these
lederhosen.
lederhosen. I brought you a little something too.
You did for me?
Well, you
for-
guys could
oh.
share it.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it still has the tag on it.
Yeah, that's how new it is. That's how you know it's fresh.
Yeah.
Let's just
I
get this
mean,
over with
it's-
here.
oh,
It's like
yeah.
right here. Where is it?
The
Oh.
fly popped on there.
Yep. We're gonna let this play all the way through.
Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Is this awkward enough for you?
Oh, the doo-dah day. Gonna dance all night. Gonna dance
I was
all
surrounded
day.
by
Camptown races. sing this
8,000
song.
drunk
Oh, the doo-dah
Germans,
day.
many of which who had this hat
Yeah.
that was handed out by the barmaids during Oktoberfest. And
So you didn't have to pay for that?
oh no, you had to pay for it. They're not. They're
they
not
weren't,
cheap.
They weren't being handed out. They were being sold.
Right. Well, they were being handed out once
Vended.
in exchange for money.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
So there is a pretty noticeable weight to this thing.
Yeah, it's not
I
light.
mean, like it's not light at all.
It has like a birdcage frame inside
Like
of it.
I feel like
It's-
this is a neck exercise in itself, and
Yeah.
when it starts, spreading its legs, right, and it starts doing the flapping of there,
dear.
you can actually feel the
Can
vibrations.
you? I'd like to feel those vibrations.
You like to
too.
feel the vibrations?
Yeah,
You
I don't
go,
think it'll fit on my head. 'Cause again,
Well-
I have a large head.
On that note,
is
while
there
you
a way
guys
to
are
make this? Oh, there's Velcro.
Oh, there you go. You can adjust it. While you guys are doing that, I'm going to go ahead and start bringing up some questions. How about
I
we
don't know
start
if I want to mess
talking to the detailers and detailing enthusiasts in our audience?
Okay.
How about that?
David Boy says, "Where's Humberto? I'll call him and wake him up." We're sure you will, David. Thank you.
Yes. And by the way, if you haven't hit like on this stream yet, what are you doing, guys? Please hit like. You know you're already enjoying yourselves. You're here, and oh, there we go with the music again. Oh boy.
Do you feel the weight? Do you
Yeah,
feel it?
it's like
It's
shakes your head a little
Yeah.
bit.
this is a little bit of head trauma. Man.
It's pretty great.
Tom here. Let's go into Tom.
Ow, my neck.
We got
Just pulled a muscle.
Tom Shingo.
It's our
Tom in
wonderful friend,
Chicago.
Tom Chicago, we call
Tom
him.
Chicago says, happy Thursday, gents. I want to pull the trigger on the new LHR 15 or the HLR cordless. I'm leaning towards the HLR due to the battery replacement on the HLR. Any suggestions? Thank you.
I love that new LHR
Tom,
15.
that new LHR 15 is it, dude. I mean, the HLR.
HLR
awesome.
is wicked.
It's wicked,
Yeah.
dude. It's an amazing machine, especially if you don't have to deal with a cord. But that new HLR is smooth, dude. It
Tried and
is,
true
like,
form factor.
It is like wicked smooth. And if you've had any experience with the Mark III or the Mark II,
This is light years ahead.
this is like it's like light years ahead, but still like so
comfortable.
It's so Rupes, right? I mean, in terms of ergonomics. So I think that you'll love it. I think it's worth it.
Excellent. And next up, I've got Dan Pfeiffer saying, good afternoon, and word up. From my garage in Minnesota, USA, happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. Getting in some fall detailing while the weather is still nice.
Very nice.
It's definitely starting to change around here. We're feeling it. It's the mornings are crisp.
They are crisp, and this is like that perfect time where your windshield is. It's like it does that perfect mix of like being foggy,
Almost.
but then the inside you breathe on it, it becomes foggy, and you might want to. I don't know. You can take a little bead maker to the inside of that windshield. Actually, I'll just say it right now because I bought some product personally just because I wanted to try it. It's from our friends that starts with a B.
Yeah.
And an H.
Yep. B&H Photo.
B&H Photo.
Yeah.
And
They have great glass
it's
cleaning stuff because they deal with camera lenses.
And it's an untraceable
Yeah, so you can't track it.
untraceable glass cleaner.
Yep.
Okay, well, you guys already know what it is. So
Yeah.
Matt has brought some in, and we ordered some to try it out and see what we think because he'd been talking about it. Pretty good stuff, right? Pretty good stuff. What do you think, Levi?
Too much solvent in it for my taste.
Ooh, little intense.
So nobody told us that it smells exceptionally flammable.
It's very flammable, and it was cold on my hands.
It has that
got
solvent.
that-
It goes to like lacquer. It feels like
thinner
lacquer
kind of
thinner on
feel.
your skin.
So
It's cold. It's
Interesting.
frosty.
it's interesting kind of bubble gum mixed with like Ulex almost scent from like Coach Chemi, like it kind of.
So it's got a
mixes
solvent
like that.
scent to it.
So it's got a solvent scent to it, but I mean it works pretty dang well, and so we can definitely see why people really like it. So I bought some.
Yeah.
We've been playing with it, and I'll continue to play with it some more. But I'd say it's definitely worth.
It's interesting.
Trying. Worth
Yeah.
trying.
Okay.
Worth trying
Yeah.
for sure.
No.
So more questions here, Dane?
Yeah, no, I thought you were going somewhere else with that, so I was giving you a second.
Sorry. I was about to burp, and I was trying to not do that into the microphone.
Dan Pfeiffer also saying Humberto is slacking hard today. I was amazed. Mr. First from Puerto Rico wasn't appearing as fast as he normally does.
Yeah.
Now this next one is for Levi.
Kimberly says,
Hey, Kimberly.
Greetings. I confessed I haven't washed my car in almost 3 weeks, but she's still super glossy and only a bit dusty. I don't know what Frankenstein mix I made, but that black is
nice.
dripping.
Dig it.
Dripping.
I like
Kim,
to hear
we
that.
love to hear that. Keep up the good work and don't feel bad because, there was a time there I went like 3 months without washing my cars and it killed
Yeah.
me. Simon Birch.
The birch has
Classic.
landed.
The Birch has landed.
Dig it.
Love it. All right. Ooh, we got some back chatter. All right, let's get Neil White up on the screen saying, Levi.
Afternoon, TRC. I'm just here for the drama in the world of detailing.
Is there drama in the world
There's
of
world-
detailing?
there's a
it's
drama
perfectly
world?
chill here. You're not going to find any drama
Dane's wearing
here.
lederhosen.
The most dramatic thing is my lederhosen today.
Oh.
Well, Dane, I love that. The fact. So I have to be just honest and upfront here.
Okay.
I told Dane that if he wore his lederhosen, that I would also wear my lederhosen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, instead
I mean-
you dressed like a liquidator.
I made him a promise, and I ended up dressing like a liquidator. Everybody said that I was very Miami earlier, which
Yes.
I don't know if light blue is very Miami, but I do in
Of course,
fact.
it literally has a color called Miami Blue. That's
I-
not that different from that shirt.
I do in fact look like a liquidator, right? And I'm ready to absorb, and I'm ready to liquidate all
The competition.
the
Wow.
competition. But I do want to apologize because I do have my lederhosen. I did ask my wife where they are. She said she's pretty much they're up in the attic in the
crawl space.
well,
With
in
Grant
Grant
Hotry's
Hotry's family.
son's wearing it, apparently.
I don't think
Ooh.
I should be yanking myself up into that yet, right? Not quite yet.
Yeah.
Just because I think that even even Grant Hawtree's family, even though they
might help you up,
they haven't been.
but
fed,
you're in a weakened state.
Well, correct. I think like they're like
A weakened
they're like
state
four,
or
that's
a
like four
weekend
skeleton people,
state?
right?
Either one.
I don't think I could fight the 4 skeleton people
Right.
even in my condition. So
Correct.
Army
what
of
I'm-
Darkness
I'm just
style.
not wanting to risk it right now.
Yeah,
but
it's
I
a
mean,
good thing. It's a very good thing.
Eventually,
Besides, Jason Rose is down there distracting Grant right now.
Oh,
he is distracted.
He is.
That's so. Isn't that funny to think
yeah.
about?
That's
Jason Rose
fun.
is hanging out with Grant Hawtree. I love that, dude.
love
I
Rose.
think it's amazing. Tamara saying, "What's up? What's
Hey,
going on,
Tamara.
Tamara?"
Then I've got Dan here again.
I say keep the detailing drama to the other clown channels. No
Oh,
need
no.
for all the nonsense. Great detailing family vibes here. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate
And
it.
hence the jokes.
And then Neil,
It's
Dan
all right,
Pfeiffer
Neil.
was a joke.
No
We know
worries.
that, Neil. Don't worry. Aaron, hey, TRC gang. Happy Friday Eve. Have you all had firsthand experience trying either Optimum Hyperfoam no rinse or Touchless Decon Wash? Thanks and have a good weekend.
They just came
so,
out.
Aaron,
They just came
Brand
out.
new.
2 weeks ago, we had a meeting with Dr. G.
Yeah.
In that meeting, we were told of the new products that were going to come out, but that they weren't going to be
For SEMA.
ready till SEMA.
Yeah.
And then Dr. G threw a little fastball. He decided to get them out just
Very
for fun
fastball.
right now. So
Exciting.
we found out when you guys found out, basically. And so we have not yet
Tested
had a
them or
chance.
anything,
We
yeah.
asked for samples 2 weeks ago.
So you guys actually may end up beating us to
Yeah.
testing them before we do.
Yeah.
But if we like them, then you'll know that you'll know that we like them if we start carrying them on the radcompany.com. So we're going to test them first, go through our processes, and
Yeah.
see what happens.
So if anybody gets their hands on it, let us know what you think.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Next up.
I finally had the guts to do an engine bay clean on my Focus and used KCX Motorplast as my dressing for after. Boy, that stuff smells great. It made the engine look amazing.
It
yeah.
really
I
does.
love
Wild, huh?
Motorplast.
Dude,
So
Motorplast
good.
is it.
The one thing I was going to say that most people don't realize is Dr. G made that hyper foam when I was talking to him at Auto Mechanica. He said because of all the people on our Q&A that
Yeah.
ask why can't you foam with O&R?
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, there's only one person that's ever asked that.
Yeah.
His name's Luke Berge."
He is.
So,
the
Luke,
guy.
I want you to understand that Dr. G heard you, and he actually developed a product in answer to your questions.
Somebody tell Bergie.
I saw that post this morning on Facebook of him asking, and I wanted to reply and say, yes, it is confirmed. Dr. G made that because of Luke Berge.
He listened
So,
to Luke Bergie.
very fun.
Great job, Luke. There we go.
Hey, Carson Black,
Hey.
our newest employee. Thought we'd
Crazy.
let you guys know we did hire Carson Black, so he is now our, what is he called, Anthony?
He's running our TikTok now.
He is our guy
Hooray.
running the TikTok.
That's why
he's
you're
literally
seeing
just on the other
TikTok's
side of the
appearing
wall
now.
over there. So he's popping in so he can stay informed with Q&A Thursday.
What a nice guy.
Watching it with the team out there.
All right. And we got Simon back in the...
Just started a new job, and one of my coworkers is seriously named Simon Birch. What are the
Wow.
odds?
No way.
That's hilarious.
How does
Simon,
that
that's
really?
awesome. Did you tell him the story that you listened to 3 dudes in Idaho call you Simon Birch?
For years now. That's got to be weird. Yeah, he'd probably be like, what
Hey,
show
so there's
does
these
that?
dudes in America that I listen to. They're in Idaho,
Man.
which we call the upper left of the United States.
We're,
And
we're the potato ones.
we're the ones they make potatoes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Too fresh. Happy Thursday, everyone. Dane, I appreciate your response in the Facebook group. I'm still looking for a co-host.
I feel you, man. Well, there's definitely a lot of good talent out there, and I think this is kind of that era where new people are cropping up. It's definitely a good chance to find somebody new, get a fresh face, fresh opinions out there. That could be fun. So, too fresh. I think you need 2 hosts, like you're saying. That could be a good time.
Yep.
Then we got Bruce's Garage.
Good afternoon, fellas. TRC fans.
What's
What's going
up,
on,
man?
Bruce?
Yep. And back to page 4. And we're bouncing around. Okay, it's a bunch of back talk. Let's get G up there.
Rest in peace, Braves. 100% directed at Neil White. That's right. They didn't make it to the postseason.
That's right. Neil always has his avatar as that. Unfortunately, they're not loading on my screen, so I'm just left to wonder.
Anna just finished the OG microfiber video. Nice.
Oh,
Nice,
excellent.
okay. Good job.
That's a fun one.
And then Neil White, G. Davis. Well, I mean, the best players have been hurt all season.
Oof.
Yep.
Rough time.
Ryan Baumgart, I haven't listened to a Q&A live and not via podcast in so long, but I wanted to jump in and show support for the OGs in the industry. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you,
Nice.
Ryan.
Thank
Appreciate you
Much
stopping in and saying
appreciated.
hello.
Thank you. That means a lot.
And Brian, 100 likes and we clay bar Dane.
Wait a second. That sounds abrasive.
That's 100 likes isn't too bad. We can do that, right?
100 likes? I don't know. You guys are feisty.
Anna said, as a Braves, I knew we weren't going to make it far.
Oh.
As a Brave. Anna, it didn't help that the injury bug kept creeping up. Yep. That's the hardest part about a team in the playoffs, man. Then Dan Pfeiffer with a go Twins. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think the Brewers
It's a lot of baseball
Brewers
talk.
are in it this year. Dan Pfeiffer, the Twins were great 40 years ago.
Yep.
Whoops.
Yeah, I think everyone had a key role, was hurt at least once this year and missed some time.
Man.
And then he who shall remain nameless says, welcome back, Dane.
Hey, thanks, buddy. I didn't have a name for you yet, but we'll work on that today.
Dan Pfeiffer, oh my gosh, this is not good.
Oh, they noticed.
Yeah. Dane looks like he's in a Ricola commercial. Dane all dressed up with Bruce's garage.
Oh, man. And
Jeff C, where's that motorized chicken at? We got it right here, buddy. We both wear it.
You saw it.
You saw it in action. Hopefully, you guys get your
What's up, my
screenshots.
good people?
Sheldon
Hey,
saying,
hey.
"What's up, good people?" Yep.
Glad to have you
And
here, Sheldon.
We've got Happy
Alex.
Friday Eve, right? Fashionistas.
Fashionistas.
in the house.
That's right. You know, I'm really, setting
Good
forward
afternoon
trends.
to the one who shall remain nameless.
Hey. And G. Davis.
Dane is
no.
officially dressed up for the premiere of his Tarantino-inspired opus filmed in Germany called Django Unzipped.
Oh,
Holy
my
crap.
God.
I think it's unzipped. It's like
No.
unstrapped, dude.
Strapped.
I'll put it this way. There's no zippers on this thing. It's all buttons.
Ricardo B with a what's up, gents? What's up, Ricardo?
hey,
How are
Ricardo.
you, man? And then Neil White, can't wait for TRC's Halloween swag.
So
it's
Make
gonna
sure
be
you're
good.
signed up. You're gonna love the shirt. Anthony was
Don't
wearing
take
it
it
yesterday,
lightly.
and it's pretty rad.
When I say it's
Yeah.
badass, it is badass.
Yeah.
All right.
Did Anthony buy his Lululemons
No,
yet?
I bought.
I'm waiting for you to do it, man.
Bought Old Navy.
You had a great
dude.
talk
I
with
know.
Sid
we had a
about
whole,
it.
We had a whole talk with Sid.
Yeah.
I'm rocking these Old Navy
Come on.
joggers. I'll eventually, I'll spend a little bit of money. Eventually, I'll get to that point. I don't know. Maybe Christmas. Maybe I'll wait for Christmas.
Oh.
We'll see.
All right.
Next up here, we've got Jeff C says, "Good to see the gang all back together. Congrats on the weight loss, Dane. As I eat a pack of Cheetos."
Thanks, buddy.
It's all
I
right,
appreciate it.
And David Boyce, oh cool, Anthony's wearing Lululemon. Way to go,
No,
dude.
it's
Now you're
not.
comfortable in your
It's-
own skin.
Dude, it's not Lululemon.
Man.
It's just Lulu Navy or Old Navy or however you want to say it. Old.
Old Navy.
Older Navy.
Older Navy.
Older Navier.
Yeah.
Luke Berge with a hello from the beautiful Symphony of the
Oh.
Seas, currently docked at Nassau in the Bahamas.
What the heck,
Old
Luke?
cruising Luke.
Luke is a
Living that
cruising man.
cruise
Luke is
life.
a cruising dude.
Luke, can you remind us? Are you on these singles cruises, or
yeah.
is it like what?
Or is
I
this
think
a
he goes
seniors
with
cruise?
his parents, which is a whole other thing.
Or a family
but-
cruise.
No, I know, but I think we found Luke's calling.
Oh, he loves the cruise.
He loves it. This is far from his
all
first one.
all
at this
inclusive
point.
vacation.
How many has he done?
This is
I
probably
count at
third,
least
fourth
3 or 4 that I've been aware
we've
of.
known of.
Luke,
let us know,
You
Luke.
cruising son of a gun. You love
Cruising
it,
on the
dude.
Symphony of the Seas. That's a
Wow,
big boat.
he's getting companies to make foam and O&R, and he's
Yeah.
out there cruising
He's
like
making,
nobody's
dude, he's
business.
making moves behind.
Making moves.
He's making waves.
Joey Belinsky says, hello, all my homies. What's up, Joey?
Hello,
All right,
Joey.
Joey.
See you here.
Good to see you.
Then Bruce.
Hey. And G. Davis back again.
Luke Berger also hosting the Royal Caribbean
No,
over
no.
55 wet t-shirt contest on Promenade Deck 3 adjacent to the Pudding Bar.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy.
And then you better behave as an admin, says Joey to Luke.
Oh, man. Oh, good. I found a detailing question.
Then Brian is
to
Green
find
Star,
around
good
here.
for wheels and at what dilution? Yeah,
is.
you can totally use it at any dilution, really. 1 to 5, 10 to 1, or 10 to 1.
10 to 1, you're going to get a lot. You're going to get a lot.
20
of bang
to
for your
1
buck.
if you want, but yeah.
10 to
can
1
use
is
it.
what I do, and I use it for wheels, tires, and all of that, and it has never let me down.
Oh, man.
Next up, we've got Joey Belinsky says, I wish I had Dane's level of flexibility in my hip flexors. Good Lord. No, this guy, Dane, can you show us
That's
kicking your
just
leg over your
so-
knee?
I mean, it can...
Dude, That
you can go
is-
higher, but
That is.
I mean, if I wasn't in lederhosen, I could. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
Like that's the only thing stopping him is
Yeah.
that leather on the
I
outside.
may be
of
big,
his
but at the
skin.
same time, I never lost my ability to
Yeah,
flex
your
those
hip
hips.
flexors
so.
are
I'm
good.
like literally just
what it's
now.
worth.
I am now just experimenting with the foot on the knee, and I
They
think
used to make fun of me for crisscross applesauce, but I swear it's
Dane
just
would sit
comfortable.
crisscross. No. Dane would sit crisscross applesauce in the middle row, the middle seat on an airplane.
I did.
Many trips.
And I was very mindful of my neighbors. I didn't want to encroach
well,
on their
Anthony was a
space.
window guy. I
Yeah.
was an aisle guy, and Dane always, unfortunately, got the middle seat.
Yeah, when you get shoved in the middle, you kind of have to make some compromises.
Yeah.
now you have to make compromises, but like when we've been stuck on like. Okay, I can't say stuck. When we used back in the day, ride like wasn't economy. It was
We
like,
we rode in the back of the bus a
Okay,
few
when we
times,
rode in the back of
especially
the bus,
flying from like Denver for the
couple
Rupes
times,
trips. When
but,
we got the
like-
shag carpet bathroom next to us.
Yeah.
like
That was
Dane-
special.
When Dane would, dude, guys, if you only knew, if like I
Some
wish-
of our flights were.
I don't
great.
know why I didn't film this stuff, but like when we would all be like, everybody would be passed out on the plane and everybody would be trying to sleep on a 4-hour, 5-hour flight.
Oh.
And then Dane was stuck in the middle. And, Dane's a big boy, so he can't so he wanted to get comfortable, but he couldn't get comfortable.
I was lighter then than I am now.
But you remember, there was not enough room to kick your leg up, you know what I
No.
mean, or anything like that. So Dane
was maybe like
would
240,
lean
250.
forward, then lean back.
And I did that
then
for
lean
hours.
Trying to get comfortable,
trying
yeah.
to find a way he could fall asleep.
Horrific.
And I'm I would always just lean out into the aisle, right? Like I would get my arms clipped by the carts. I didn't even care because at least I had a little bit of
Yeah, at least you had an
a
aisle.
little bit of space. But poor
Must be
Dane,
nice.
Dane would lean forward and backwards.
And
then I
even when
would-
we'd give Dane the window or something would happen physically to
Yeah.
him to where he couldn't get comfortable or he'd get overheated.
I get
or
the person behind me
you'd
kicking
get,
my chair.
or you'd get
something.
somebody
Yeah.
kicking your, and it was always sad. So when we would give him the right seat that he wanted, something inevitably
Nature conspired to
it was
make
like the
it
world was like,
less
no,
pleasant.
Dane, you don't,
Yeah.
You don't deserve to be comfortable on this.
yeah,
flight,
so poor Dane has
yeah.
never gotten to be comfortable except for our overseas flights.
Yeah, our overseas flights were definitely an improvement.
It's the only time I think,
because
especially
they're
when
already expensive, so at that point you try and at least get a little nicer
Mm-hmm.
setup, and it's worth it. It absolutely is. All right, thank you, Joey. I appreciate the compliment. I'm going to be having to put that to work with these lederhosen. Anyway, Jeff C. Go ahead, Levi.
Have you tested the new Opti Hyperfoam rinseless or touchless? I've been on a new product kick lately and wondering if I might be able to pick them up from the only rag company I love. So no, Jeff, we haven't.
Oh,
Like I said earlier,
Custom.
we knew about them, and we were told they were going to launch at SEMA, and then they got launched. So we'll hopefully get them soon.
No. We'll
We can play with them and see.
But
So-
thank you. Appreciate the love. Nice.
I don't know how you guys topped that Ghostbusters T-shirt and sticker combo last year, Aaron. I think you're going to like this one.
You're just think of other horror
Yeah.
movies.
I think you're going to like it. So like I said, it's been
Ghostbusters is
fun.
a comedy. Now we're going into more horror.
been a little more fun, so I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
And then at Super Auto, Al saying better late than never. What's
We're
up,
just
man?
happy to have you here, buddy.
Good to see you. And Joey says, I vote for me.
Oh,
Okay.
well, Joey, he's looking
Yeah.
out for number one. Good job.
Luke, Dane got more flexibility than any other big boy I know.
Luke, you know what? You put your mind to it. I'm sure on those cruises you'll find a way to flex.
I think
too.
Dane visualizes his foot over his head and then just makes it happen.
Like I just
like his
I
body just
imagine
unlocks.
the destination and then the journey just becomes
Yeah.
inevitable.
Like
Crazy.
right now, I'm having a pain in my neck. But Dane can move his legs
Yeah,
independently.
Oh, Luke seconding Joey there. Very
All right,
nice.
there we go.
Then we got Jeff.
Well, we definitely know who is not in the running for Grand Ambassador.
Oh, he says don't talk about Doer like that. Nice.
Dewar already won the Grand Ambassador of the year.
Yeah. Doer's like an OG.
Didn't everyone die in Dante's Peak? Everybody except for 2 people. I think 4 people.
I
The family.
didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
it's only 4 people. That's what's so
Yeah.
great. That's why I said go watch it. You'll enjoy it, and then you can, like I
Great
said,
time.
just enjoy the kind of like that mountain lifestyle that Morgan's living.
Those mid '90s graphics are great.
That's beautiful.
Love that.
Yeah, beautiful.
Excellent effects.
And then Joey Belinsky was the early favorite, but the new crop is killing it, says Jeff. Nice.
All
Dude,
right.
yeah. Yep. The new crop is killing it, dude. I mean, Charleston's like, I think he's really talented. I really like what he's putting out. Just a shout out to him. And then Ultra Details, I just love his style. Purdy, like, how could you not like, Purdy's just fun. He's just a fun guy. I mean, he's just really easy to watch, and I think he's really good at what he does. And then Steve at Geeky Detail Reviews, dude, awesome as well. Austin's doing great. And then I'm like, please, this week, from my Canadian girl, I'm like, Allie raps. She's a rapper, so she raps cars up there.
Okay.
I'm like, when are we posting something? Soon? Eventually? Hopefully?
Well, you're applying pressure here. Okay.
I'm not trying to be mean about it or anything like that, but it's just like, well, it's been a month, right?
Yeah.
And, like when
Well, people apply for this, and then we, based on their application, we pick them.
I'm kind of holding you to an expectation of, like, I'm hoping for,
That's fair.
at least a post or two in over a month. So we'll see if there's any Canadians out there that,
May have Alex check in.
Maybe have Alex check in on his Mountie, or as a Mountie.
Joey says these triple-digit months have been brutal for my content creation game, along with a few furry losses. I'm
sorry,
planning on
buddy.
comeback, though. Don't you worry.
Joey, understandable, dude. Just take your
through
time.
some hard times recently.
2024 sucks, dude. What a crap year this is.
There have been some good
crap
parts.
year.
Well, we're still going
But
to
there's
Disneyland.
some rough times. too.
I'm hoping that Disney makes up for a lot.
Oh, man.
Blast. Yeah,
I'm hoping we have a killer time at SEMA and everything, goes from there. But this is not.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those year people, but this has not been my favorite year. Let's keep the positivity going. All right, next up here we've got Alex says that turkey hat is better than any Nitto hat this NBA guy wears. Dude, don't Anthony's proudest moment. Trust me when I say that I would not I can imagine a Nitto collaboration will probably happen with a turkey hat at some point. I just don't know when.
It'll be good. It'll be fun, though.
Yeah.
I think you'll be enjoying that.
No, gee. Oh,
Gee,
no.
during the high holy days, Dane's outfit reminds me of
Holy
Stripping
crap.
Chronicles Rolling Stones.
No. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Also, why is Anthony of all people wearing pants?
Dude.
It's Luke, you don't get to pay.
wild.
You got to pay for that.
No,
Privilege.
I'm like, I feel like lately, like, I'm just really exposing myself with these chairs to you guys.
That's what I'm saying. People got to pay for that, right?
Well, no, I mean, like, legitimately, dude, these chairs,
just
it's
giving
like,
it away for
it's like
free.
a direct shot. And so
Yeah.
I want to start wearing pants to just feel more comfortable and confident in my own skin. And then maybe eventually, as like, the weather gets a little bit nicer, I'm able to get more activity in and maybe get back into the gym, then I'll be more confident showing off my legs.
Okay.
Just these thigh shots aren't free, man. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Well,
Well,
They're not.
especially because, like I said, you're giving it away.
I am.
So-
I am.
well, as you
All
all
right.
know, the audience is who really makes this show, and I just want to note that 38 minutes in, we've had
Yeah.
maybe one or two detailed
Anna
questions,
says that
so
hat is a giant distraction. I know, right, Anna? It's
Bring them
awesome.
on, guys, please.
And gee, not the first time Anthony has had gravy-coated legs dancing on top of his head.
You don't gotta tell me twice, sister. David Boy
boy.
says, I just realized Anthony is dropping hints for a new 1500 drying towel color. Teal. Did I nail it? No.
Oh,
No,
man.
we're not. We would never. The Liquidator will always
Stay that color.
stay this color, and I don't think we're gonna create any other drying towels that will conflict with that. I
You're
get
dressed like the dual color liquidator,
Yeah.
though, the like medium size one.
well, and I get that like we want more cool drying towel colors, but at a certain point, it's like, dude, we're not gonna just keep coming out with towel colors just for towel colors, unless it's something that is. So, for example, a drying towel.
yeah,
It's meant to do what?
dry.
Dry, right?
That's the goal.
Now here's another question.
Okay,
The FTW.
Mm-hmm.
What's it meant to do?
Dry.
it does everything.
What else does it do? It does glass.
Everything. It does glass. It does.
It's
it does
amazing.
paint. It does
It
everything.
levels.
Yeah. Interiors.
It does it all.
Does all
So
of it.
It is
there
the
is-
perfect towel.
There is a reason that the FTW should have multiple colors.
Correct.
Because it does multiple things.
Correct.
A 1500, I'm not going to go like clean interior glass. I mean, I can. I'm
Yeah.
not going to.
I mean, that's kind of psychotic.
like
but
if
yeah.
we wanted to be crazy and market to you guys that like
Well-
the 1500 is the best.
I mean,
interior glass
maybe.
towel.
Well, hold on.
That'd be
Maybe
a
your
lie.
vehicle is a bus, and you got tall windows. You got to clean inside. Then
Damn,
maybe.
that's ridiculous. That's like
Even then, it's overkill.
that's like
No,
that's
I
like
felt like I
that's
knew a
like,
guy
that's
with
like
a bus
marketing
once.
like a 35mm polisher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bigger is better, right?
not really.
25 is the limit, right? But like, this is kind of what I mean. I mean, like we will have more colors with certain towels in the future. I think we will, or we'll maybe like, not discontinue colors, but we'll maybe say, hey, this color maybe isn't a big seller, so let's try a different color. I could see that happening. But as far as like drying towels, we'll probably not come out with a bunch of different random colors unless there's like an excessive want for it or there's purpose behind it. And if we find purpose, then we'll do it.
Yeah.
The towel design, material, yarn, all that stuff takes precedent over the color. The color is an aesthetic choice usually, but when it comes down to it, I mean, you can never say never either, right? So
next up here, we've got Tamara says, JB, as a cat owner and lover myself, I'm sorry for your loss. Yes, we are very sorry.
My cat threw up the other morning. Sherlock, my big cat.
Yeah.
He threw up and pooped at the same time.
Oh no.
He was hacking up a hairball so much that had a couple rocks come out the back.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they were hard, so it wasn't too bad. But it was, it's a rough morning for some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Chicago says, thank you all for your suggestion and totally agree with that LHR 15. You guys are the best.
Oh, thank you.
Tommy,
welcome,
you're
Tom.
going to love it. You know what Tommy did the other day?
What did he do?
Tommy Chicago. He sent me pictures of his garage.
Did he?
Oh.
He did. Do you know who has a really dope garage?
Tommy.
Tommy Chicago, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever talked about it or at least I've never seen him talk about it or mention it, but he sent me some pics of his garage. It's a single car garage, right? But it's like dialed with the colors, like the vibes, like honestly, I know he drives his WRX, right? But like you would think that there was a Ferrari 458 that like lived in there.
The way he's got it,
like
all
a 458 Pista, like definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. Like I think there's a
that would be a
Lamborghini sign
488.
maybe, or I can't remember if it was a Ferrari sign, but it's all red in there. Red red on the floors, red on the cabinets. But it looks like genuinely like super awesome. Like you would definitely want to spend time in there. So Tommy, I think you need to post up a couple of those pics that you took in the Rag Company podcast group.
Yeah,
so
please
we
do, so we can
check
see
it
it.
out.
Please do. We love when people share stuff like that. By the way, guys, we do have a Facebook group, so if you guys are looking for a place to share cool ideas or product questions, that kind of stuff, absolutely.
Perfect
interact.
timing because we just launched our garage video, our garage tier list video with Matt, right? So go to the Rag Company YouTube channel, watch that, and that was a lot of fun, right? We rated all these people's garages and stuff.
It's a dog grooming setup.
But now I think it's a good time to like give us some shots of your garage. I mean, like go just make a post.
Did you guys rate my garage in that video?
Ooh.
We did not.
Oh,
well,
okay,
that
good.
would give Matt an aneurysm. So
That's good.
We did not rate your garage. We can. We can if you would like to. Luke Berge says, I like my glass cleaner stronger than my muscle
oh
mummies.
dear. Okay.
Yes.
Joey,
Oh,
thank
no.
you all. You're
That
welcome,
explains
Joey.
the type of cruise that Luke is on
Yep.
right now.
Yes, and already did Tom's there. Let's get a new one. There we are.
Oh.
When are we getting a video with the 1500 and explosions? Probably make that happen. I mean, now that we've dialed in our explosion effects on the YouTube videos, but I do think that you guys
I
are
love
really
that.
going to love this Halloween video that we've done. Think it's pretty good.
If you guys hadn't seen the garage, I don't know how you wouldn't have seen it, but the garage like makeover video that we did on the channel here with OG and all that, there's an awesome explosion in there. Please go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's worth it.
Anna, did I miss anything important last week? No.
Just the usual
There's
business.
like a flock of seagulls somewhere. Red FTW, by the way. Jeff C says, I don't need a corded 21mm, but I want the LHR 21 Mark V to keep my LHR 15 Mark III company. The HLR twins are taunting it.
I don't doubt that.
HLR is very cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
I still, my Mark II, like, I didn't realize how janky my Mark II sounds. I love my Mark II. I hand-built that thing, right? Probably built a couple things wrong on it when I was doing it, right? But we had Fletcher there overseeing
Yeah, Fletch
us.
took care of us.
Fletch took care of us, but mine still has that Rupes rattle to it. This new Mark V, oh man,
buttery.
It's like you'd want to listen to it because it actually
like
sounds
music.
so good. So that might be my next purchase, unless I just find myself needing more, cordless ability down the road when I'm, once I get back into more consistent detailing. So we'll see.
So you're saying the Mark V will give you sonic satisfaction? Okay.
Yeah, and power.
All right.
It's nice.
By the way, for those who are wondering, did I miss a Mark IV? No, there was no Mark IV. They went straight from 3 to 5 because in Italy, apparently, it's a little superstition.
Yeah,
you don't want to have number 4 associated with anything. So
Why is
there
that?
you go.
Why is that? What's the super? I don't understand.
I don't know it either, but
Do we have
I'm
any
sure
Italians
an
here in the
Italian
chat?
command- Let's ask Jimmy.
Yes. Luke Berge says, I'm gonna need to buy a case of drying towels. I don't know. WTF. I'm going anymore because I keep sealing my towels.
Oh man,
Luke, stop sealing your drying towels.
rags to riches.
Rags to riches. And or honestly, just we
Changing
love
up your process.
using sealants as a drying aid, but I think that it's not doing us any favors, and it hasn't been doing us any favors. I mean, heck, keep doing it. You'll keep buying more towels from us, and I
sure.
can't complain there. But there's other things as drying aids, right? It's a great drying aid. Paint gloss from PNS. It will never seal your towels, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Paint gloss will not do that. So that's a great drying aid. There's a lot of different options.
Season of the Woods. Question for the whole crew.
Yeah.
This is my first year coming to SEMA. Any suggestions for a first timer?
Ooh.
These are great.
Yes.
Comfortable shoes.
Comfortable shoes.
I'm on page 2, so give them a
Here's-
little time.
here's
Walk
the
them through
deal.
for real.
You want to pick out a nice pair of shoes. We recommend either Brooks or Hoka's.
Good choices.
Now, if you're looking for some Brooks, I would say pick up either Ghosts or Glycerins.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are going to be your go-tos for this journey. I recommend bringing 2 pairs of shoes because depending on how many days there, let's say you're there for the whole week, it'd be nice to mix up the feet. Maybe wear one
you
pair during the
rotate.
day, 1 pair at night. It's just going to help you so much better. You'll recover faster because you're going to walk a lot. Second, the Tesla tunnels.
Oh, yes.
The Boring Company has built Tesla tunnels underneath the convention center. That means you can get from one hall to the other by going down some stairs and going underground. And there are 3 points in which you can get from South Hall, Central Hall, and West Hall.
It sounds silly until you try it, and then it's fun.
Yeah, so those are a good way to get around the hall if you get just exhausted, but nothing beats at least a first day of walking through every single hall and checking out every single thing.
Yeah.
For dinners,
Ibuprofen, by the way, too.
ibuprofen for your legs. You're
For
going to
your
need
legs, dude, you're gonna need it. You're just gonna be sore and just.
The other thing, make sure if you're going to eat and maybe you're going to go grab some dinner,
Yeah.
tacos and beer.
Oh,
Tacos
tacos
and
and
beer is
beer.
a great
Cannot
spot.
recommend enough. Love that
2 or
place.
3 blocks down the street from the convention center. It is literally just called Tacos and Beer, Las Vegas.
Green sign.
And it's right there on right behind the Wynn. And you are going to need to call ahead. Make sure they have space because it does get busy. But I will say it's awesome. It's one of the it's one of our favorite
great.
haunts.
Yep.
Always go there.
Great time. Other than that, good shoes.
Good shoes.
Make sure you eat some
Yeah.
breakfast.
If you're gonna go to the bathroom, the
West Hall.
West Hall is the best place to go to the bathroom.
Keep a spare like
of any
clip
of
bar
any
on
of any type.
Any of the halls. Yeah. The West Hall is literally the newest and best with the most bathrooms
Most
and
stalls,
the
like
cleanest bathrooms because the rest of the
That's
bathrooms
important.
in North Hall, in Central Hall, and South Hall just get ransacked.
Just wrecked.
I mean, they're just absolutely destroyed.
If you go earlier, you'll be better. But
Just
if you go
like
later,
gang dumped, dude.
Yeah. Oh, it's just like
Bad.
the floors are soaking wet. There's
County
paper
fair out
towels
there,
all
guys.
over the ground. I mean, it's just
like a bunch of animals.
it's bad. So West Hall, it's more civilized.
I mean, just
Why?
think of the last mechanic shop you were in.
Well,
and things
West
might have
Hall's
been a
full of
little rough.
detailers and off-roaders.
Yeah.
So the off-roaders learn how to pack out their trash.
Right.
The detailers learn how to wipe down their countertops
Yeah.
when they're done washing their hands.
Yeah.
So the West
and
Hall's the
then-
nicest.
Pick your favorite companies that you want to go visit, right? Obviously, if you're just going to go there and peruse, pick the companies you want to visit. Apparently, the Apex,
Mornings are always better.
the Apex
you
thing is
wanna
also
visit with people.
worth checking out. But there's a nice sweet spot, right? Getting there in the morning, if you can get there right when the doors open and do your rounds, it's a good time, especially if you can stay inside, right? Because it's going to be cooler than outside, because it just, you start to get hot, you start to get sweaty. Oh, Gold Bond, right?
Gold
Yes.
Bond.
Grab yourself
Spray
some Gold
those
Bond.
feet.
Spray your feet, spray the inner thighs. You will get chafing, right?
Yeah.
It's just
they make a
it's gonna
speed.
happen.
me
They
how
make
I
a
know.
Gold Bond stick now.
Yeah, they
Oh,
do
good.
make a
Friction
Yeah.
stick that you can put.
So the powder, right? So depending if you're outside and you happen to build up some sweat between those thighs, it could turn to paste. You don't want that to happen, right? It's just a mess, right? So
Lordy.
speed stick it like Levi
Yep.
said. Or
Yeah, Gold
figure out
Bond
an
makes
option.
makes like a deodorant stick that you can use. It's a friction.
Yeah.
Put them between the legs and it'll helps with the walking.
I know
'cause-
that this is very like
A
kind
detail.
of
But this is
detailed
this
advice.
is 10 years of us going to SEMA
Ooh.
and
And then,
figuring out what we need every time we
Cough
go.
drops, just because you want cough drops. Load up on vitamin C.
Hand
the week
sanitizer.
beforehand. I'm talking like inject vitamin C if you can.
Yeah.
Anything, any type of airborne, whatever it is that's going to boost your immune system. You're going to be talking to a lot of people. There's a lot of spitters out there. Where
Emergency,
they talk.
yeah,
You're
Yeah.
airborne,
you'll
any
get
of
that,
those.
You'll get like the
Yeah.
that kind of
A lot of
happening.
airborne liquids.
And honestly, there's always a pretty good chance. I'm going to say 50-50 that you may get sick. It just happens. It's
or
just-
lose your voice.
Well, you got to
called-
remember, you're going to be wandering around an area where there's going to be over 150,000 people
Yep.
from all around the world.
all over the world for 1 week, and you're going to be walking into some of these halls, and it'll be shoulder to shoulder trying to get through.
So what I like is KCX actually gave these to us one year, and I still have a ton left. They're like these little thin, like
Oh,
business
yeah.
card, like hand sanitizer.
Very
like it's like
flat.
like a little square,
Yeah.
but it's very thin and very flat. Fits in your pocket. Buy like 15 of them. Bring them with you.
Amazing.
Well, just
And
hand
then-
sanitizer in general.
And just
Yeah.
hand sanitizer, and just constantly just
Because you'll touch stuff, you'll set your hand on a
Yeah.
thing or whatever.
yeah. You're gonna shake a lot. You're gonna shake hands
You
or
say hi to people.
yeah. But I think it's good. I think it's
Yeah.
all good advice. That's
Yeah.
not too much. Hopefully, maybe you can take away something from that.
Season of the Woods. I hope that helps you with your
Yeah.
SEMA journey. And
So good
maybe you'll
shoes,
catch the guys there.
hand sanitizer, tacos and beer,
Yeah.
Tesla tunnels.
And go see the TRC booth.
Yeah, and come visit us. We're in the West
Yeah.
Hall.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next up, let's see.
House of Rolls. Hello,
Oh.
hello, lovely towel
House of
people.
Rolls.
Oh, man.
What the heck?
I don't know, man.
Making houses of everything.
Yeah, they got, houses all over. Development
Luke
is...
Berge with a
the
50
heck?
bucks.
Whoa!
Cheers to my persistence.
way.
It's paying
You
off.
know we clap for super
Luke,
chats.
thank
That
you
is
so much.
Yeah,
Luke.
Luke.
What the heck, Luke?
high roller
Listen,
Bergie out here.
If you want to see Dane without the dress shirt on, still in the lederhosen, you could just message him privately.
I don't know about all
with
that.
with that kind of money. So thank you, Luke,
Oh,
very
dear.
much. That will go to a good home, and we
Maybe single now,
probably
but I'm not that lonely.
Dane. do you want to talk about that?
No,
Or-
I'm
I'm going to start
good.
that for the second half.
Okay, we'll save that for the second
good.
half, Dane. Moving on.
Yeah, let's make it a thing.
All right. Moving on.
Oh, boy.
Next question here. We've got Simon Birch. It says, I had to tell him the story today. I couldn't believe it when I saw his name. Dude,
that's so crazy.
so funny. Drop that like button.
Thank
That's
you, Simon.
right.
I mean, maybe if you can get him like engaged, maybe he can be Simon Birch 2. Or
That would
maybe
be
he'd be
crazy.
Simon Birch 1. Just ask him if he likes detailing. And then,
Yeah.
or not detailing, because let's be honest, we
We haven't talked a lot
Yeah.
about
don't
detailing
know
today.
about detailing anymore.
No, we try, but the show is determined by the viewers, as I've said.
Yes.
So you guys, make the
60
show about
people
detailing
watching,
or
yet
not.
only 30 likes. You need to get that like count up, or I'm going to do unspeakable things to that chicken hat. says
Oh,
the
Meridian Marmot, that is out of line.
Like he did to my engine bay of my Honda Civic.
Well, that's true. Chewing on
Alex
those
Dewar,
wires.
Bergie the Persistence.
Luke says buttons, the big boy's nightmare.
That's right. A button fails, you're in trouble.
Yeah, cover your eyes. You might lose an eye.
Button buster
My wife
out
doesn't
here.
allow me outside the house in gray sweatpants. What's your secret, Anthony?
What's my secret? It's cold out, man. So
Oh my god!
It was 42 degrees this morning.
dude, I didn't know everybody. Apparently, like I didn't. I guess I wasn't like aware of like how this.
Oh, it's a
gray
total
sweatpant
thing.
No, gray
thing
sweatpants,
Gray
is
sweatpants
totally a
is
is
thing.
like
Yeah.
actually
It's a
really
known
this,
thing.
This whole thing. So I'm just letting it all hang out. You know what I mean?
Oh boy. Okay. Jeez.
I'm a Mennonite. I buy Fabletics instead of Lululemons.
These things are important.
Yeah. Then Anthony is dressed like Don Johnson's partner who gets whacked by Portuguese drug dealers in the pilot episode of Miami
I
Vice.
love that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
We're actually talking about this. That I don't want to spill that, but I'll talk about it later. Joey Walensky says, "I haven't been able to sit crisscross applesauce since like the 3rd grade."
I'm sorry,
so
Joey.
Can you go like this, Joey, or is it because your legs are so long? I'm doing this post-back surgery, and it still feels pretty freaking weird. But I mean,
There's
I do
nothing about
enjoy
this
it.
that feels unnatural to me. I'm totally comfortable doing this.
I know,
all
but
day
Dane, but
long.
you can also take that other leg and go up over your other one.
Sure.
And hold yourself there, and then roll.
Why we gotta act like that's weird?
This is a tack move. You got to watch out for it.
Yeah, I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog
Yeah.
over here. I'm covered in
It's his power-up move.
suede and red checkers.
Luke says, I don't know
guess.
when I've been able to sit crisscross applesauce.
It's all right, Luke.
And then
buddy.
Joe, what's up, TRC team? Anthony is dressed up like a Gumi Fix bottle.
Oh,
not
Nice
wrong,
color. Welcome back, Mr. Dane. Love your outfit, man. Props to the one and only Master of Shine. Thank you, sir.
Aw, man,
Appreciate
you're
it.
too kind. Thank you,
Appreciate it.
buddy.
Thanks for chiming
Appreciate
in.
it. Then we got G. Man, G is active
Dane's
today. Love it.
flexibility is noted for posterity in the Squim Museum of Cervical Oddities.
Oh my goodness.
And then Jetty, hey guys, I'm going to buy that chicken hat. Would you increase my odds to get new customers?
I mean,
would
people
that increase
love
my
the
odds?
hat over in Germany. I don't know how it's going to fare over here in the States.
I think, is Getty in the States? I don't know if he's in the States. We'll see.
Oh, maybe. I mean, Getty. it's
Anton
like
says,
spaghetti.
hey, it's
got a
Mr.
picture of spaghetti.
Oktoberfest.
Well, thank you, Anton. Appreciate it. It was a great time.
Shout out to the new Grand Ambassadors from Sydney.
Hey,
Great
What's up,
win.
Sid?
Got SPG here in the chat, and I think she's noticing that they're killing it, so thank you,
Yes.
Sydney. Appreciate that.
Much appreciated. Glad to have you here
Luke
in chat.
Berge says, we sounding like David Goggins. You can move your legs wherever if you just put your mind into it. Maybe take some alpha brain.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nutraceuticals. Oh, boy. Season of the Woods.
Yep,
Oh,
no,
yeah. We
already
did
did
that.
that.
We got
covered
that.
you.
Okay, we
You're good.
covered it.
Oh, look at
Do
this.
you really think?
Gabe really came prepared to make sure that everybody knows just how much like a liquidator and a gummy fix bottle Anthony actually looks. So if we could just demonstrate.
No, go get some Gumi now, there, Gabe. Gumi also.
When I said you were dressed like a liquidator, this is exactly the liquidator I was talking about.
Yeah, I mean,
Look at that
it's-
contrast.
it's
Just like
like-
fold over a
It's
quarter of it.
gray.
And you, okay,
gray sweat
that's
towels.
not
So,
necessary.
I mean, it's gray and blue.
you gotta flip that towel, son.
Yes, sorry about that.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you for the life-saving crop there, Nick, in the back. Oh, no, we're back. Oh, boy. Okay.
We're
Well,
just
Gabe, what's he doing? Yells in the background.
can't win over
we're
here.
just goofing around. man.
Shout
Joey,
out to Allie Raps.
You know, when she puts out some content of this stuff, I'm sure it'll be great. So, we got Spencer Mation. Don't worry, buddy. Still got your podcast in the can. Got to work
The
on it.
1616 Liquidator is the ultimate baby burp rag.
Ooh.
All jokes aside, happy Thursday. Just got done polishing and coating the aluminum on a semi.
Nice.
Dude, that Liquidator is perfect for that. The other great one is going to be the Dryer Wolf kit.
Oh.
So you can wrap that baby up after they get out of the bath.
So good. So good.
And then David Boyce, Levi, will you plan on watching the new series Alex Cross on Prime
They're
streaming?
making another Alex Cross series?
I've
Oh,
never
dear.
watched Alex Cross, so I haven't even seen the first season.
Wasn't that like a Tyler Perry thing?
Well, yeah, it's like a Jack Reacher, but not as
Yeah,
violent.
I thought. Oh, okay. You know, like slightly
So,
more tame Jack Reacher.
Yeah, we'll see. I got the new Jack Reacher book coming to my Audible subscription. I downloaded a pre-order. Should be here, I believe, the 7th or the 10th. So I'm very
Okay.
excited about that. Listen to see where he's at now in the world.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Where in the world is Jack Reacher? Right.
I mean, you better hope
So,
he's not behind you. He'll snap
excited.
your neck.
Spencer says planning on going to SEMA if registration ever opens. The website's down.
Uh-oh.
Should I plan on bringing a track for all four of us to surround? Hey, Carson Black
hey,
walking
that's
in.
Carson. Thank you
Hey,
so much,
Carson, why
buddy.
don't you pop in front of the camera there,
Just-
give everybody
just
a
wave
wave so they
to
can
the
see
camera.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
get
Oh,
lower than that,
Other
buddy.
camera. There you go.
There we
Hey,
go.
Yeah. All right. That way you know he's actually.
So there, yeah, you got a bottle of Gumi. That's closer.
Thank you, Carson. Much appreciated.
I mean,
It's a closer color.
I
towards
like
you.
to imagine he says he's actually brining a tractor. You know,
Yeah.
like a cooking process. Yeah.
But yeah, the website is down. The SEMA website is down right now. They've
Not
got
good.
such a load of people trying to last minute get badges and get things done. So I heard that this morning that the system's down. So
Well,
glad we got all our badges. Everything got mailed to
We're
us
ahead of the
as of
curve.
last week. So we finally got
Yes.
our last one in. So good luck, Spencer.
oh man.
Yeah. Then G. Davis, Anthony.
So shout out to Anthony, who in these times of detailed controversy and raw emotion hosted a 90-minute FaceTime breakdown of the first episode of The Golden
He
Bachelorette.
loves The Bachelorette so much. It really is
Dude,
something
I
special.
was really disappointed with how this last season ended.
Man.
Detail Matrix says, so when does the new line of products coming out from the rag company? Detail Matrix. That's
Fun
an
fact, Detail Matrix, you've got to sign up for the newsletter.
Oh.
A new line of detailing products.
Yeah,
coming
if
out
there's
from
a
the
new
rag
line of
company?
products or a new product or a new T-shirt or a new sale
Well,
or
the
a new
prospect-
video or a new
Do people-
anything,
do
the
people
easiest
think
way.
There's a new line.
The
coming
prospect
out?
is a little frightening. I think you may have to.
Well,
wait
all
a
you got to
little
do
bit.
is sign up for the newsletter if you want to find out anything that's
Yeah.
new from the rag company.
So-
literally anything.
Actually, we've actually reached the halfway point
Oh,
of
my
today's
goodness.
Q&A. Can you believe it? We've had so much fun that
Yeah.
we didn't even realize how much time had passed.
Barely talked about detailing at all.
Between all of the talk about clothing, flexibility.
of your gifts that you brought.
Oh my goodness,
And
I haven't shown you.
We still got
guys
to talk
that.
about that.
So that will be
Yeah.
coming up here in the second half, where we'll answer more of your detailing questions and probably go on some more tangents. So in the meantime, we do have some messages from ourselves as well as our friends in the industry. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a few.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Q&A Thursday here at the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel.
It's good to be a
Where-
Friday Eve.
Yeah, I'm your host, Dane Hennon. To my right, Levi Gates. And to my left, Anthony Fisher.
Thank you, Dane. For
Dressed
having
like a
us back.
liquidator.
Yes, and you are dressed like a little German boy.
There's a German boy who's
Little
trying to
John.
have some of his schnitzel.
Yes.
And
Oh,
his
yes.
mother says he has to have the schnitzel in case he wants a strudel.
So
Growing boys need their strudel?
Speaking of strudel and what growing boys like,
Oh.
let's talk about what Dane had commissioned over
beautiful.
on
Oh my
the
gosh.
other side
So
of the
you guys
pond.
remember when we talked, Dane had just
boy.
completed. He was in France,
Yes.
in Paris.
Yeah, it was in
Yes.
the first
he was,
half of
he
my
was
trip.
reenacting
the Titanic scene.
the John
No,
Wick
the
scene,
John
John
Wick
Wick
scene
4
from John
scene.
Wick 4.
Yeah.
He had his brother filming it.
Mm-hmm.
Dane had those suction cup guns.
Yes.
Like
Oh,
so he
yeah.
was like pop 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 pop
Yeah,
pop.
it was really nerfing
and he was
it up
reloading
a little
them and getting all the scenes. He had a couple of plastic knives he was throwing and
It's a staircase.
he did the
from that
whole
movie.
thing for that entire
Yeah.
climb, right? He made it to the top.
Yep.
And when he got done, there was a gentleman that was so impressed with not only his recreation, but
Yeah.
his skill set with weaponry,
Yes.
plastic weaponry,
Yeah,
Flexibility. as
and
well.
his
Safe
flexibility,
Yeah.
that he said, what, Dane?
Well, he looked at me and he said, I'm an artist. Can I draw you? And I was a little.
And you
You
said,
said, draw me like one of
uneasy.
your French.
I mean,
You said, draw me like one of your French.
you said
men.
the words, right? You said them.
I didn't,
Draw me like one of
but
your
I'm
friends.
sure he thought them.
Okay.
So
What?
I
Are
just
you sure? I thought your brother said that.
Yeah,
he
Corey
said,
told us. He
draw
said,
me like
No,
one of your-
he
actually,
goes, I
my
want to draw
brother-
you like one of my French girls.
basically this guy like he saw our family and he's like, oh, you guys seem like nice family, whatever. He had me take a picture of him in front of the bar because he seemed like he just wanted to have like his picture taken. I'm like, he was saying, he's like, please, I'm an artist. Like, yeah, it's like, I'm a starving artist. Notice me, kind of thing. It's like, okay. But then he was like, and for you, picture of you. And I'm like,
Well, I
oh.
mean-
And then he's like, but I want to draw it. And I'm like,
Well,
oh.
he was mostly impressed because you had Corey wearing the rig that Jimmy wears during TRCMA,
Scorpion.
the
Yeah.
Scorpion rig.
Yeah.
People know
But-
what that looks like.
Well, it's like a
Bionic
a
Jimmy.
attachment that goes around his waist, comes up over his shoulders, is like an arm with a chain.
It reduces
And
fatigue when operating
Dane, you
a
had
heavy
like
camera setup.
normally Jimmy's got a Ronin with the whole apparatus and
Yeah.
the camera,
Yeah.
but you had a cell phone attached to it.
Yes. Yeah.
and like an external mic.
But like anything, when you're holding an object further out from your body, it becomes heavier.
Yeah.
you know,
So
to,
it was
to your muscles.
Well, your brother did have to climb 4 flights of stairs because you were doing all the moves as you were going up the
anybody-
stairs. So he had to be able to. You wanted it to stay steady.
These stairs are like famously long.
Yeah.
They're very
Yeah.
long. And they have breaks in between. Like there's like landings as you go between.
But I feel like it was
But
because of the
many, many,
production
many
of
stairs.
the
Sacre-Coeur.
the reenactment that you did, that I think you guys were you drew some attention to yourself
Right, yeah.
by doing that, and that's what he saw.
But also just by how I looked looked and sounded American.
Well, you were
so
wearing
I
the full John
naturally-
Wick costume too.
I drew attention to myself.
Can we just
without
grab
meaning
the? Can we
to.
grab
Okay,
the freaking
okay.
picture?
We're talking a lot. So
Yeah.
anyway, this guy had me go
guys
sit
ready
in
for this?
the bar, and then he drew me. It's up for
It's Dane Wick,
interpretation,
guys.
as to
So,
how.
Like, I like to think, Dane, if you had longer hair,
Yeah,
like I
it's-
could see this definitely being you.
It's
Yeah.
definitely trying for something, but
So did you have to buy him a beer for this, or
So the funny thing was, like my
did it come with
brother-
the frame?
No, I made the frame.
Oh,
My brother
very nice.
and my parents were very concerned at first because they thought I was like gonna be abducted, and I was a little worried, but I was ready. My fight or flight was kicking
Well,
in.
you had your plastic weapons too, so you were ready
so
to go.
I was prepared if I had
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
to do anything, but. I was concerned when he's like, go inside. And I'm like, what's happening here? And then next thing I know, he just asked me to sit at the bar. And then he pulls out his sketchbook and he starts just working. It's like,
Okay.
oh, okay. So this isn't weird. I mean, it's still weird.
Well, you
but
got
less
drawn. You were
yeah,
drawn.
I got drawn. But it wasn't like a caricature artist type
Yeah.
drawing. It was a little more impressionistic, something.
I like it.
Anyway, so now you see.
So
But my family
I
was
like it.
concocting schemes to help me escape.
So what
if
were
they
you
needed
drinking
to.
at that bar?
I had a cider.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
So let us know what you think down in the comments, and we're going to start the auctioning off at
Oh, wait a
$100.
second.
Yeah.
And so by the end of today's Q&A Thursday, if we hit our goal of $2,000,
Oh, no.
it will go to the highest.
This will
bidder
get
there.
sent,
Oh,
packed, and
no.
shipped.
It will get packed and shipped here at the Rag Company.
That's an original. I don't have any copies of it.
Well, Dean,
Well,
it's
we'll just
time
run it over to
make
the.
a copy.
We can
No.
go to the copy machine, get a
Yeah.
couple
that
scans.
frame was like $50.
That's why we're starting to bidding at 100.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's
what I
a
was going to
bargain.
say.
It was
by the way.
$110
At
total
the
for all
end,
of this.
The guy made it sound like this is this guy's whole hustle, right? So he makes it seem like he wants to draw you like, oh, you're special and do this
Yeah,
thing, and you're
but then
feeling
he
kind of
asks
like
to be
weird.
paid for it.
But it's awkward enough that you're like, oh, okay, I guess I. So go in, do the drawing, that stuff, come back out, and then my parents are like, okay, he didn't abduct him, he's fine.
Then you had to
You
walk back
okay?
and say, I owe
And-
that man money.
And then my dad was
Yeah.
like pulling out like a 20 euro bill where he was just like, maybe just as a nice gesture, like that was very kind, like, you know, kind of thing. Because none of us were really carrying cash except for him. So it was just kind of like an awkward moment. And then it got way more awkward when the guy's like, oh, when my dad tried to handle the bill, and then he flipped up his notepad, and in the very back
all
on the
his prices?
little bulletin board, scribbled in like the roughest marker, it said 30 and then an arrow and to 60 euro, and then he pointed and tapped at the 60 and then
Crap.
looked at my dad, and my dad was like, what the fuck? It was
So
such
again,
such a
$60,
gotcha kind of
60
moment.
euros is what Jeff had to pay for this sketch,
in that
and Dane
moment,
paid 50 for this, and we're starting that bidding off at $100.
So we
Such a
got
bargain.
God. I'm just saying, it got God.
You
But
got
if
God.
it hits
that was a
2,000,
scheme.
we'll get rid of this.
So the man hustled, and I at the end
Prevailed.
I respect the
He
hustle.
prevailed.
He prevailed. So like
Yeah.
you know,
Dane, this is a
silly-
beautiful
silly
frame. I
us.
can't
We
believe you
fell
spent
for it.
$50.
But
This is a gorgeous frame.
anyway.
So
very
congratulations,
nice.
Dane. And other than that, housekeeping things. Again, month of October, it's about to
Yes.
get real good. You guys
Thank you for
I
displaying
promise
me,
you're
by
going to love it. Between the events that we have at the Rag Company event page, you can go to ragcompany.com, check that out, to the other exciting new things from Halloween sales,
Halloween
Halloween
stuff, I'm so excited.
mysteries, and other
all the
Halloween
good Halloween
things.
stuff.
I think that you guys are really gonna like what you see here, as usual, at the Rag Company.
Or will they see it?
Or will they? Right? Spooky season is here. Right? There might be a ghost or two in the house. Dun dun dun. I've said too much. Moving on. Let's jump into some questions, Dane.
Oh no! Why did we have to start with that one?
What's the pay website for the show with the short shorts?
Why did it start there?
Sheldon, I would love an ultraline blue sponge.
I'm throwing ideas out there.
Blue
Thank you,
sponge,
Sheldon.
Okay.
Dino, what's up, awesome people? Dino, how you doing, man?
What's up?
Hey Hank, happy to see you here, buddy.
And then late to the show, Dane, how was Oktoberfest?
It was a blast. It really is like just a giant county fair, but with hundreds of thousands of German people wandering around it. But very county fair vibes when you're not in the tents.
Remember when I was telling you about the swings? Was I exaggerating when I talked about the height of the swings?
Were like county fair style swings, but they were the most terrifying rendition I've ever
Unregulated.
seen. I could not believe how
No, they were
tall
80,
they were.
90, like they were up there.
No, put it this
8,
way.
9 stories,
Our
80,
hotel,
90 feet up.
Our hotel was like 3-4 miles away from the grounds where Oktoberfest was held, and from the rooftop terrace, like they had a little garden area, like a small area you could have like a little patio hangout on the roof of the building that was accessible to anybody in the hotel. And when you go out there, you're on the top of the building, you're looking out, the swings are just as high as you are on the 8th floor of that building.
I know, that's what I said. They're 80, 90 feet up.
And you're looking and you're going, oh, they might even be taller. And you could see them off in the distance with my phone. I was checking, I was like, oh my God, the people are just swinging there. It's crazy.
Yeah. No,
Crazy.
I went on those swings and I was
Terrifying.
terrified.
My
for
brother
life.
went up there.
Wasn't worth it. I wouldn't do it again.
My brother did it.
I didn't want to die in Munich. I mean, but
Well, let's put it this way. My brother, much smaller guy, like
Did you do the magic carpet ride?
weight-wise than me. You put me in one of those swings,
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
But did you do the magic carpet that takes you up on the little thing that
Oh no!
kicks
No,
you
no,
up
no,
the
no! I was just imagining like whatever like eye bolts they're using to hold those swings in place. Like, could they
Yeah.
handle me? I
Yeah.
don't know.
no, me and Katie went on a doubles swing, right? And I was like, nah, dude. I'll
Oh,
never
you're
again.
just swinging on a park bench like 100 feet in the air. Oh my
Yeah, it
God!
literally is. Joe Blinsky says, I need a TRC influencer inspired drawing towel. Interesting.
Okay.
thoughts. Good thoughts.
First from Puerto Rico saying, what's up, TRC?
What's up, Umberto? How are you?
Welcome. And then he says hello to a whole bunch of people, and I'm going to figure out which page that stops on.
Umberto, we love that you say hi to everybody.
We
do
love
appreciate
that. Please never stop.
Never stop.
We
It just
love
we
that.
won't always highlight it for every comment.
All right. Then I go here, and oh dear. Well,
Alu Gobi.
out of curiosity, are you guys partner or affiliated with the House of Rags with Microfiber Towels launching this month?
We are not.
We're not affiliated.
We have no
so,
affiliation.
not.
To allay any
Alu.
confusion there, we have nothing to do with that.
Yeah. So we wish them the best of luck, but there's no way, no shape and form affiliated with the Rag Company, completely separate company.
No.
So Season of the Woods, is that Minnesota? Is that what that
Yeah.
is?
Yes.
Says, what are your guys' thoughts on the KCX wheel acid?
It's good.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good. It's not like as potent as some of the other wheel acids on the market, but it's very effective. It works really well. We've tested it, and yeah, it works good. Levi went through like a whole 5 liters of it.
No, it's a good time.
Dino says, thoughts on the new Rupes Mark V. Looking if I should pre-order. I was really angry on the battery-powered one. 3 replacement unit, and all of them had problems.
Oh.
Dang it, Dino.
Yeah,
really?
Dino.
I'm
I
sorry
would
about
say
That's
that.
not good at all.
I would say it's great because it doesn't have a battery.
Yeah, it's
all reliable,
tough, man,
basically,
because
but-
like I love
It's all the
battery,
benefits.
I love the
Yeah.
HLR. I was disappointed to hear that after the launch and after we had filmed all of our content and all that stuff that there started to be a few warranty issues with the batteries, and so there's just nothing we could really do. So that is a manufacturer thing. So hopefully Rupes gets it figured out.
Like the actual experience of using it though was great, and that's what
Money,
we
money. Things like
used it many
a
times.
Cadillac. It's amazing. It's like
Yeah.
so smooth. It's amazing.
Yeah,
But yeah.
But for the corded tool, I mean, the Mark V, if you love the old ones and you're looking to go back to a corded or something, you can't go wrong with that.
Next up, we've got David Boyce. It says, Levi, what's your favorite compound and pad combination and why?
Uno Advanced and the blue wool because that's what I do all the time. Literally. That's all I do. Those 2 things.
All right, then.
But it's because
I've
it's good.
got-
It's why I use it because it works.
Oh, we got a hello to a bunch of other people. Abend dude sends Hans.
Abend.
Abend.
Welcome, Abend.
Hansel.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, not again.
G. Davis says, Joey Belinsky, I vote for a Hans Closen themed chloroform infused glove box towel.
Silver
Yes.
infused is one thing. Don't do the other.
Just add water, right?
Oh no. Oh my goodness.
Getcha.
Can't be advocating for that.
Luke, I've dropped my Mark II from the top of a TV and it's still kicking.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't go out of your way to do stuff like that.
My arms and knees are very tired after a day of dragging Sonic cabinets.
Ooh, Hans, there's worse things in the world that you
Yeah.
could be doing. You know what I mean? But I hope you get rested. Don't hurt your back.
No.
Next up, we've got
Now, I know the answer
Simon.
to this one. Simon, are they classifying the new cordless as Mark IV since it's Mark III and Mark V? No. So if you notice, pay close attention to the HLR versus LHR. That's where your difference is.
yeah. The LHRs are a whole different line.
They're all
It's
cord-
their
Yeah, the
LHRs have
HLR's
a cord,
cordless.
HLRs are
their
battery.
hybrid technology.
Yes. And Tamara.
Would you consider larger size T-shirts, especially for the Halloween shirt coming up?
So Tamara, we have done larger sizes, but we usually don't do a large number of the larger sizes because they do cost quite a bit more.
They do
don't-
sell out pretty
I think
quick.
we do
I don't
have
know
a.
if we're going
I think
up
we
to
go
2X
up to
or 3X.
I think
this
it's
year.
3X.
I mean, I traditionally wear a 3X for the last year, so I feel you.
I think we've only gone up to 3XL, the highest.
Did we do a 4X on a standard T-shirt once? I
We
thought
tried
we
it.
tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't like a common thing, though.
No. But we do make some, and you may be surprised, but we don't do that many of them. So
Yeah.
we're talking less than a dozen. So
gee.
of that size. The Italians would also like to forget the 1940s. And then
Oh, dear.
Alu Gobi. Also, I'm wondering if you guys were one of the testers for any of Pan's new clean lineup. Are there anything special and worth ordering? We have not tested any of the Pan's lineup.
No. So
so-
that's going to have to wait for other people to try that.
Yeah.
But, hey, no.
Nope.
People
No,
will see.
we were not. Then
Luke
Luke.
Berge. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to buy drawing towels from a place nicknamed after a
brother.
superhero's hammer.
Oh, boy.
Luke.
Oh, Luke.
Jay Belinsky says Luke behave. And G Davis says Hokas are awesome.
Yeah.
I'd like to try some Hokas.
Yep.
And then Anton says 4 means death in Japan.
Well, that's
Okay.
a bit rough.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
good tip. I didn't even think of.
Yeah,
shoes.
so Season of the Woods. You're gonna
Biggest
walk
advice you
probably
could have.
15 to 20,000 steps in a day, if not more.
We
Many
average.
times people will average up to 30,000 steps a day at SEMA. So you do have to think about that. So, like I said, our favorites, Brooks, are Ghosts and Glycerins.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, I wore the Ghost Maxes, which were great. They were
Those
my
Maxes are amazing.
They were amazing for that, and then that or Hoka's. Those are going to be your best bet for shoes for that trip,
But Levi's
But get
advice
two
about
pairs.
rotating in the middle of the day or like between
or even like
evening and
every other
afternoon.
or like the next day.
Yeah.
Wear one pair one day, wear the next pair the next day. Just it's going to save your feet.
Also,
lot.
It preserves
plenty
the
of
cushioning.
socks because
Yeah,
think about how much
socks.
you're walking.
Yes.
You might be worth having like an extra pair of socks.
Change out of
if you have
socks
like
at night
cargo
or
shorts
something.
or cargo pants. Yeah, or have an extra pair of socks either at night, halfway through the day. Levi, just think about it.
Yeah.
think
Fresh
about it.
pair
Think
of
about if you
socks
sat
feels
down and
good.
put on some new socks at like 2 p.m., 3 p.m., you would feel refreshed.
I would if I had a different pair of shoes.
Yes, if you had a different pair of shoes, that is correct. So,
Yeah.
I'd say underwear too, but I mean, it just depends if you want to party.
You
or
can
not.
only change
Yeah.
so much in the
Damn.
comfort of the visibility of everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Just saying. But yeah, no, Joey here taking notes for SEMA as well. Very good call.
Joey, wait, why is Joey taking notes for SEMA?
He's just he's saying maybe you never know. He's just
Yeah.
getting ready
He's
for
got
it.
eyes there. Is
Yeah.
there
He's
something
looking.
a reacher-sized gentleman is telling us?
He's checking.
Sheldon Clausen says, my current regimen for PNS Frostbite Hero Rinseless and Paint Gloss for drying aid. So good. Okay,
right.
well,
That feels very deliberate that you said forced bite.
forced. Oh, that's
He
a,
does have it. Force bite.
It's like a whole thing.
Huh.
Okay. Too Fresh, what are your favorite towels for interiors? I have been, like, one of my favorites is just 245s or 300s for interiors, but I've started using just ripping rags.
man. They
I'm-
go the distance
365s have always been like classically my favorite.
traditionally.
But the new Ultra Rippin' Rags, which I still need to get a box. I just have some spares that I've just been rolling
Oh, yeah.
through. But just a box of Ultra in just blue. I don't want white for my interior because they're just going to get hammered. But blue for interiors would be perfect because it's a Pro Weave. The Pro Weave can scrub. It can do all
Yeah.
the different things that you like that a Terry Weave can do. Except realistically, it's going to be better on glass. So it's going to be a good towel. So check those out. Should Sheldon Clausen, that's a killer trio. I might have to give that a shot myself, says Joey Belinsky.
Oh boy. Oh dear, Spencer.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but Spencer knows what I'm talking
Spencer
about.
knows,
dude.
yeah.
Spencer
I mean,
understands.
Like legit, dude. Like it will hurt. Like you will get back to your hotel room and you'll just be rubbing your inner thighs and you're just like, crap.
if
dude.
you're a person
Yeah.
who, let's be honest,
Friction.
perspires,
Yeah, Vaseline
and
or
you add friction to that, it's a bad time.
Yeah.
Dane, can I just
So
talk? Can I
even-
talk? Can I
even-
talk about what
so-
I saw when I walked into your room?
yeah, but
that
well,
one year?
hold on. Before you say
Oh,
that,
boy.
I want to say, last year I used the Gold Bond.
Cutting them off makes it
friction.
sound way worse.
I used the Gold Bond friction stick, right? I will remind you guys, I was sharing a room with Dane. So I used the Gold Bond friction stick. Josh
The
Brodel
frick stick.
used Vaseline.
Yep.
That was an old runner's trick, he said.
Yeah.
So he used that. So he was feeling fresh.
Yeah, it works.
And then Anthony,
Brodel
go
did-
ahead.
was using Vaseline.
Yeah. And then Dane.
No, so what?
Anthony, what did you
so
say?
2 years ago,
Oh,
when,
it was 2 years
when
ago, yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
was with us, right? Jimmy was rooming with Dane,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because I was rooming with
Me.
Levi.
Because you
and
guys refused to room with me due to the snoring.
do the snoring.
I
yes,
didn't
yes.
refuse. I just never got.
no,
I was
You've
on
actually
my
been
own.
nice
Yeah.
about it. He's the one who's mean
I
about
can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, I walked into the room and I see Dane holding up his underwear, and Dane is spray painting his boxers.
He's rattle canning them.
He's rattle canning them with the Gold Bond spray.
That's right.
Right? And I'm like, what are you doing, Dane? You're
Cool
like, I'm,
to the
you're like-
touch,
you're-
baby.
You're like, I'm coating them. And at
Yes.
first, I'm like, dude, you're crazy, right?
Yeah.
But you know what?
Who's crazy now?
This guy didn't complain of chafing
No.
at all. Not even once, right?
Yeah.
I learned my lesson
The
from
first
the year
the
prior.
first no
Did
the
you-
first
were
year.
you coating them inside
Yeah.
out because it would be on the inside, or was it on the outside?
I coated both sides.
On both sides?
Yeah.
Built a shell
Dude,
Yeah.
he built like
for
this-
the skin outside as well as the skin.
It's like that
Barn
Hershey
shell.
Sunday stuff, the candy shell, you know?
Yeah.
Just
But
just
that's because
zap it inside and
Dane
out.
did ask us. So the first year when we were walking around, he goes, "I want to know what you guys are doing about the chafing."
yeah.
And
you guys look at me
after
funny.
that, Dane started formulating his own plans and workarounds from it.
Yeah.
But each one of us have had our own problems. Your dad didn't
Yeah.
understand that, and then the next day was like, I called your mom, told her to bring the Gold Bond.
Yeah.
Like the chafing's real. It's
Dude,
it's
dude,
awful.
it'll
And I
mess-
mean,
it'll
like,
mess
not
you
a
up.
subtle amount. I mean, like, borderline bleeding. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it hurts.
Ow,
it
ow,
hurts.
ow.
You don't realize how much you walk.
It'll hurt, and so you just be prepared. I think literally 1 year. Remember, I was like, "Hey, this is so bad," that I got because at the convenience store I got chapstick, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the literally red cherry chapstick.
whatever
And
you
I
can
was
do.
literally just
You're
scrubbing the inside
painting.
of my leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that
It
bad.
just sucks.
Yeah, when you're a dude with thick thighs, you got to pay
Take
attention
that
to
It's
these.
just any
Seriously.
thighs. It's just the amount
Yeah.
of friction from walking.
Well, I'm
It's the
just saying,
number
some of us
miles.
make a little more contact
Dude,
than
and there's
others.
people,
so.
dude. You're gonna see people walking around at SEMA wearing like tight pants. There's
Mm.
people walking around in like leather pants, and I'm like, what are these people
Yeah,
doing?
it's
dude?
wild.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's crazy. Next up here, Dane, we've got
Lordy.
G Davis that says, I had my first massage this week.
Oh, very nice.
Oh no.
When the masseur asked me what I wanted, I showed her a Polaroid of Dane with his ankles behind his head, singing German chants.
Oh no.
Holy smokes.
Oh, Joe,
no.
just get to choke.
Oh,
Dino's
just-
dying.
This is
Oh,
this
my
is not a
gosh.
detailing
Big
conversation
fan of
at
fresh
all.
Oh my God, my
Okay.
sacrum hurts.
Wow.
That is awesome. G.
Wow.
Yeah,
we are
beautiful.
just
Keeps everybody on their tiptoes.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Oh
he
my
sure
God,
does.
comment of the year. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Oh man.
Singing German chants.
Oh no. Oh, none of that. I
Go
can't
back, go
post
back,
any
go
of
back.
these.
Hold on,
No, the
hold
shortest
on, this is
people. That
fun.
was the thing about it.
Oh,
Hold on,
no.
hold on.
Yeah,
Go
the
back.
shortest people are always the rudest, so be sure to always look down for them.
Oh my
It's good to know. Gee, the
Okay.
chafing Anthony is describing can be addressed by any.
I can't post any of these.
I'm
Oh,
excited for
Lordy.
Anthony to flush a second mic in the West Hall this year.
Oh no.
It's cold out.
I still remember. Oh man. I was at the pool.
Well, yeah, dude.
Freaking George.
My goal for SEMA is to wear gray sweatpants and see what it looks like get from the.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no, none of this is good.
Canadians don't call it
post
crisscross
any of these.
applesauce. We
They're
call
not
it
gonna let us
stirrups
do
with
this
some
show
syrup.
anymore.
No, we're
probably.
gonna get canceled.
Oh, God.
Oh dear. Please, somebody,
Is
anybody
that
with
a
a
bottle, or are
detailing
you just
question,
happy
I'm
walking?
begging you. Oh, no, no.
Liquidator. Any word on GFX is coming back this year. I need a case.
Thank you, Jeff.
Put in my request for
you.
our RW edition too. We don't know.
No,
we
we
haven't
won't-
heard anything. We won't know till SEMA.
We won't know till SEMA. I hope it does, because like honestly, it was pretty cool that we sold out of everything. I think that people now know.
We have
when
Jason coming next week from KCX. We'll ask him. We'll
Like
see.
when we mean a limited run, it's a limited run, and so
Yeah.
I still have a bottle and a
forever.
half of GFX
I
left.
have a bottle.
And dude, I just love it, man. I love that smell.
It's been my go-to soap for this whole year.
I know. You should honestly. I mean, for if you guys even bought 1 or 2 bottles, I mean, I'd be surprised if you guys have already blown through them, unless you're not using any other soap. But I hope it comes back. Maybe, because that scent was like perfect, right? I mean, it was that weird combination of piney, cinnamony, apple pie. Like everybody had their own interpretation on it. So we'll see what it does this year.
We'll see. Sheldon?
Is there a list of current Grand Ambassadors somewhere so I can go check them out?
Yes.
So Sheldon, you can actually go into the Rad Company's Instagram. We have an announcement picture that announces all our current 6 Grand Ambassadors for T3 here. And you can go and click on it, and there's links to all their profiles, so you can go check them out. That's pretty much, we only post a couple times, but if you look at who we reshare often on our story posts,
You'll notice trends.
You'll notice trends. Yep, correct.
All right. Just check. SEMA website is
there we go.
up.
All right,
Says
Spencer. Nice.
Thank you. Joey?
I need 5 liters of GFX.
Yep.
Oh, buddy. Okay, so we're on to page 2
wonder,
now.
That'd be nice. 5 liters of that stuff, you know what I mean?
Damn.
That honey. Joey Blinsky says, Justin makes me nervous using that sponge on the wheels. Maybe TRC can graft up a wheel-specific USS. That'd be pretty baller.
Ooh. That's
Just-
kind of interesting.
Justin makes me nervous.
When he's using RRW when he's cleaning the wheels.
Oh, in the video
In the
for the
video?
halftime. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, just use the new wheel brushes.
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly an option, too.
Yep. Hans
but I
closing,
won't.
but I want a cute baby sponge.
Oh, he wants a...
A little guy for
Itty
your
bitty
extra
baby
large
sponge.
hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Jeff C is it is autotality.
Autoality.
Autoality. We'll be having it soon.
Okay.
DIY in USS with a scissor during arts and crafts with SBG and Jamie. Yeah. DIY. Yeah. So I guess you could take a USS and just cut it in half.
Hey, so he's feeling adventurous.
What's up, guys? I'm still a little bit late, but still hyped to be here. Anthony, tell that all day guy
Wow.
thanks for the shout outs.
Wow,
David
nice.
Cervantes. Yeah, shout out to David Cervantes. I guess he had a little bit of a shout out.
Oh,
in a
that's cool.
locally famous person's video.
That's pretty cool.
Impressive.
Crazy.
So, any reason why, David, you have tires in parentheses?
Because he blows
next to your name?
tires. They call him Blowy over there.
Oh, I forgot all about that. Oh my god.
Do not
David Blowy.
crap, dude, my freaking back.
He did say that.
I know.
He said that. They call him Blowy because he's blowing tires. You guys forgot about that. It's an oldie
Wow.
but a goodie.
No,
It
you
was
gotta-
like it was a new joke again. Thank you.
I didn't brace for that
Apologies.
yet. So that was-
Wow, just blowing out Anthony's back. Okay. Wow.
Don't.
And then Joey with a shout out to the Rag Company for ranking number 18 in the 43 fastest growing companies I know. Yeah, so we went to Jump on Tuesday night. Or Wednesday
They don't
night,
know what
Tuesday
Jump
night.
is.
So we went to Jump, the Jack's Urban Meeting Place in
An
the
event
center of
center.
downtown Boise. It's kind of an event center and
Tractor
free
museum.
trade space, tractor museum created by J.R. Simplot, the Potato King. So
You
it's
know
kind
him
of the
because of
potato.
McDonald's
It's the
French
potato
fries.
hub of Boise, but it's an event center. It's really cool. Sometimes they host Comic Cons there. They'll host Dia de los Muertos. They'll host. It's kind of a fun event space, and so they hosted Peak 43 by Boise Dev, BoiseDev.com, which is a great website that you can learn about all the new buildings and places that are getting built in Idaho and things that are happening. But they held an event for the top 43 fastest growing companies, and we placed number 18, and the numbers were based on growth between revenue growth between 2020 and 2023. So
It was our first ever event.
first ever event, but it was cool. The governor was there. Lots of other local businesses, so it was pretty sweet to be a part of that. So we had a lot of fun.
And we cracked the top 20, which surprised me. Like, that was really neat.
Super cool.
So, Thank you again to Boise Dev.
Guy I went to high school with was MCing.
doing all the
He was
announcing,
moderating
yeah.
it. It was pretty
It was
great.
rad.
So,
Shout out.
and then again back to the
Okay,
Baby
yep,
Sponge.
done that.
TRC is number 1 in my book. Thank you, Hans.
All right.
And then is that Gaston? And then the Brawny Man. And G. Davis, I just looked the Royal Caribbean ship cam. Luke is about to reenact his broken leg by jumping off the dining room fudge fountain into a trough of prime rib.
Oh man. Oh
And
dear.
Dane, that fit is very Hansel and Gretel core.
Thank you. You know, I've been working on trying to be hip and with it these days, and I've found that sometimes you just have to embrace the stranger side of life. So that's what I'm doing.
Gee, Dane, you always have to be wary of the Austrian sketch artists.
Yeah. That's sketchy indeed.
And then Neil White, that sketch needs to be in the TRC Halloween vid.
I mean, it is very
Pretty
scary.
great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
We have a slightly different theme going on for that. You'll see soon enough. Oh, dear.
Aaron Bauer, easy marks the Dane family are duly noted.
I know. See, people are going to take that and be like, all right,
Well,
guess we know where the...
they're very trusting. They're nice people.
Well, trusting, cautious at the same time. I'll put it this way: my family on the outside, especially my brother, because you know my brother's a very he's like a STEM major, like science, all that kind of stuff. But he's creative in that field, and he was coming up with different ways to create weapons out of glass bottles and things if he had to make sure that they could rescue me from this.
It's nice
guy if
to know
they had
that he was ready to fight for you.
So
at any
yeah,
moment.
he was developing along with my and you know my mom is Mama Bear, so she'll she'll cut a guy. She has to, you know, look out.
Yeah.
So they may be nice, but there's a limit.
Joey, a ghost.
A spooky ghost.
Then
Dan
Dan
Pfeiffer.
2K.
Drawing.
Oh my god.
Only let me send a max $500 super chat.
I'm not saying anybody has to do anything, so don't.
And then Juice Free, the back sponge is no more. Can't find it on your website.
Oh,
It's
you
the
mean the
black
black
sponge.
sponge.
Yeah, it's the
No.
USS now.
Yeah, the
Ultra light.
USS, our gray sponge, is our sponge.
Now it's the ultra safe sponge, and that is the move. If you like the ultra black sponge, you're really gonna like the ultra safe sponge.
Incredible Auto Detailing says, I'm struggling with deciding on making short form detailing or long form detailing content. What would you reckon I focus on more? Kind of depends on what your goals are, man. I mean, I find that, you know, long form is going to be for, I get long-term building of a channel. I personally believe that. Short form is not to say that it's not for also long-term building. It's just short form, you may get more gratification and more growth faster
There's
that
potential
way.
for faster growth.
Because short form is just, I mean, it's just the fastest way to probably get people onto your channel or your pages. But I would try to figure out a way to focus on one or the other by also having the additional, right? So if you could do like a 70-30 split or a 60-40 or something to still incorporate both, that might be in your best interest. But preferably, I mean, I don't know. I'm always been a fan of long form stuff, but there's no denying that there's so much growth in short form that it's not also a good option.
Yep.
Well, another thing to consider as well is, I mean, are you speaking in these videos or are they purely presentational, like just graphics and stuff? If you are in a position to where you're talking in these videos or you're coming up with scripts, things like that, it behooves you to think about the kind of audience you cultivate when you have a certain personality type. Like, are you the kind of person who speaks quickly or do you speak slowly, deliberately? What's your presentation like? And that may also inform which route you take, long or short form. Yeah. Really, though, I think a combination of both is the way to go. Yep. And that's not rocket science. That's just what we've seen works.
Alex Dura says 50 Shades of Dane on those swings.
Nope.
And Aaron says, what?
Oh.
Ghost like armor details
supply ghost.
No, we were talking about Halloween.
Halloween
ghosts.
Our
video.
Yeah, we're talking about Halloween ghosts.
Juice free. I heard the House of China has 20 years of combined detailing experience between all 6 of them. Good luck trying to get any more of my money, Rag Company.
Oh, dear, Juice.
Thanks, Juice.
You're all hopped up on apple
juice.
Thanks, Country Detailer. What would be a good product to get oxidation off of a fiberglass RV? Well. Kyle's Boat and RV Super Sauce.
I don't know if we sell that anymore.
Kyle's Boat and RV repair stuff. It's
got it.
Kyle's Boat and RV by PNS. It's great. It's a wonderful product. It's a Wonderful product for fiberglass RVs.
And we still sell it.
I think so. If not, you can just pick it up on the PNS website.
There you go. Yeah.
I also like the Last Cut Plus.
Yeah.
Last Cut Plus is also very good.
Next up, Peter Judge says, "Hey guys, is RRW as safe on your hands as Absolute? Obviously, it's in the same class of product, but the warning on the bottle looks a little more serious."
So it's got a little more heavier cleaners in it. So you may find that your hands are they just feel a little different. That's nothing dry. It's not like stripping them, but there are some more surfactants in RRW than like Absolute or ONR.
I'll put it this way too: the Germans are extra cautious when it comes.
They are
to
very
how
cautious.
present their chemicals. So that's just the approach that they take to these things.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I would know. You could trust me. I'm wearing lederhosen.
Yes. Neil John says, "Late tonight. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all well, and thank you, Neil.
No worries, Neil. Thank you for joining
in.
Thank you, Neil.
And then we've got Joey Belinsky says, "My car tires wear Ghost 2. Interesting shoes.
Yeah, go shoes.
Didn't know they were in those types of shoes."
Brooks.
Jeff C says, "Someone on the internet said that it was only a limited run of the 15mm cordless that had issues, and they resolved the problem. Rupes replaced mine quickly, and the new one is perfect. Awesome.
Good.
Good to hear.
See, that's the story you hope to hear.
That's
so,
that's what I want to hear. That's
Yeah.
awesome."
Good news.
Jeff C says, "I've got a few cars under my belt with the HLR 15 and 21 and very happy."
Nice.
Perfect.
Functionally, it's awesome.
And then Joey Belinsky says, "I finally ripped up my last rags and my Ultras, had to crack open a fresh box."
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sniffs.
No, it's
Sniff in the
it's a big
box.
deal. I ripped my last rag right before I left for Germany.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so I need to buy a box tomorrow.
Joey, did you enjoy the
So,
Easter egg waiting for you? When
I
you
haven't
ripped
even
your last
washed all
rag?
the other towels. I probably should do laundry.
Yeah, I think you should just do
Probably
laundry.
want to buy more towels.
For those who don't know, there's
like
a fun
ripping
little
those rags.
surprise waiting when you pull your last towel off there.
That's why he's saying that.
Yeah. All right.
Alu says, "Which towels would you recommend for cleaning interior black trim without leaving behind any scratches or swirls?" So realistically, any one of our 70/30 plushes are going to be amazing. So like for this, the Eagle 350s are awesome because they're super safe. They're ultra plush. Really nothing you're ever going to have to worry about there. You can also use a 500, but keep in mind, I like to recommend those for just that type of piano black trim. For everything else on the door panel, you're going to use anything else. Creature, edgeless, 365, pearls, whatever you want to use. But I do find that a higher pile 70/30 towel, or even like the wolf packs are great for this, is going to be your best bet at reducing the chance of any type of marring it or swirls.
Okay.
So hopefully that helps.
Wonderful. Oh, jeez.
G. Davis says, "Dane's friction stick is named Miss Helga." Like that.
Oh, no.
It's 10:30 and I have to be up at 6 a.m. TRC's the GOAT. Thanks.
Incredible auto
Incredible.
detailing.
Thanks for
You're too
watching,
kind.
man.
Thank you for sticking around. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Joey here.
I hope to have Dane starch my underwear in Gold Bond spray at SEMA.
Dude, I think they were stiff after that.
I mean, these guys know I can't paint wheels, but I can paint underwear.
yeah, he can, dude. He can. He can.
I saw Dane holding up his underwear, Anthony, to the Fruit of the Loom mail Ross towards dinner, too. Oh, my gosh. Gee, that's great.
Oh, dear.
And then Kimberly saying,
boy.
hey.
Oh, my goodness. I made it to page 1 already? Wow. We're cruising.
Would the new Mark V plus the new foam blue intermediate pad with PNS rehab be a good one-step setup and first polishing
Yeah,
setup?
it'd be totally fine.
Yep.
All right. Excellent.
And Alex, Dane's anti-chafing regimen is referred to on the Twitch community as the Hill Road Anti-Chafe Association.
We are not about chafing here.
Can't wait for TRC Boxer's Gold Bond tutorial.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You never know. We may have to go live. Anthony, is Coconut Earth a mixture of 1-to-1? How do you mix the two?
Yes, David. Coconut Earth is, in fact, a 1-to-1 mix. So
Which
honestly,
products do you combine to get that
So
again?
this is Starner Gloss Snow and Mata, right? What you're going to do is just fill your foam cannon up to whatever it is, 500, 500
well, not
ml.
even that much. You don't even need to do that much. You can do like 100 mils of Mata and 100 mils of snow and then fill the rest with water.
Yeah, so I'm saying get your
800
water in
mils of
first.
water.
Yeah, I'm saying just get your water in first, 500 mils of water, right? And then, you're just going to do like a 1-to-1 mix of Mata to snow. So just pour, 50 mil of 100 mil of each, and then send it, if that's going to be in the foam cannon. If not, in the bucket, just a squirt of each. Just a squirt.
It's
Mix it
fragrance is powerful enough that
It's quiet.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very aromatic, and the fragrance, once you just get it in the air, you just know it's good, and you got some of that nice pre-cleaning power that snow offers, and then you have that nice, just
it's good soap.
nice feel of Mata, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a
Good
good
soap.
feeling soap.
Yeah.
So you'll like it.
All right, Luke.
Luke's going to dinner. Sorry, fellow towel lovers. Have to head to dinner.
Luke,
Have fun, Luke.
Are you
buddy.
doing like the fancy steak dinner tonight? Are you getting dressed up,
Getting
or
a lobster
you
tail.
doing hot tubbing after this? Like, what's the plan?
Ooh.
Oh, I mean, I guess he's already gone, but
Yeah, he's gone by
We'll
this
find-
point.
we'll find out
Surely.
later. G. Davis says, I just got a report from my daughter that Costco is completely out of bottled water. The port strike is bringing back the COVID freakout era.
What's funny is people were talking about toilet paper, and
Well,
it's like, it's made in the States,
So
guys.
yeah, like the thing is, like the biggest thing that's going to be affected currently is bananas. But
Is it?
there's warehouses of this stuff already over that is here. Yeah. Like we're good for at least the next 6 to 8 weeks.
And products coming in from the East Coast, a lot of like European cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, like we're okay.
Things like that'll be
I just don't understand
effective,
these people. Like my aunt, my godmother, she's
Yeah.
been sending me that stuff on Instagram.
just freaking out.
Just freaking out, like make sure you stock. I'm like, we're in Idaho, like we're not getting any of the
be
stuff
okay,
from the
guys.
East Coast ports. All of our West Coast ports are open,
yeah,
so.
we're chilling. But
we're
to our
okay.
friends over there, we said,
But all of the stuff that's coming into the East Coast ports, we already we have warehouses of.
yeah, and
Like-
we try to operate thinking ahead.
Yeah, so we're good.
Anna Longfield says, Spencer, what do you have against short people?
Oh no,
No, Spencer is also very short compared to Joey Belinsky. That's what he's saying. He doesn't want Joey Belinsky stepping on people.
correct.
That's what he's letting everybody know. Anna,
yeah, it
is
was
that,
not a knock against.
He's worried
short
about that.
people, so
My nickname was indeed David Blowy. I blew a tire on my first day on the job driving the ambulance
Yep,
from David
there we go,
Cervantes.
David. Yeah.
driving an ambulance and having a blowout is definitely
That's why they call him David Blowy.
terrifying experience. Yikes. Yeah. One who shall remain nameless. Do we have a name for him today?
The new DI tank on my front porch. Nice. we
Very
haven't
nice.
given him a name yet today.
Joffrey.
Joffrey.
G. Davis. Anthony, have you watched Agatha all along yet? So I have.
Did you watch last night's
I
episode?
have not watched last night's episode.
It's good. I like it.
Is it
Okay.
getting better? I didn't like that third episode very much.
I like the third episode. I thought it was fun. I thought it was more spooky.
Yeah.
And then the last night's episode was good. I'm also grading it on the fact, like, I'm watching Hadley. She's loving every minute of this. Carly and I are enjoying it a lot. And then Augie is absolutely terrified of the show.
Really?
It's hitting nerves on him that I didn't know he had. Where
So
he's
Hadley's
like,
not scared, but Augie
no,
is.
Augie is, and Augie likes Five Nights at Freddy's. He likes reading the books about it. He likes watching the movie. He likes
I wonder why.
like he's like Augie loves scary stuff, but for some reason Agatha all along is like getting him too scared
is
to
it
watch.
like witchiness and the occult and stuff
I
like
think
that?
that's
really
what it is.
gets
It's
him?
really starting to freak some of that
Spooks him
stuff's
out?
spooking him out a little bit.
Okay,
So,
interesting.
but yeah, no, I've been loving it, G. So
Okay. He doesn't.
Yeah,
he doesn't
and-
want like a hex put on him or something.
yeah. And then Joey saying, "Wifey and I have been loving it so far." Followed up by new rock stars breakdown of the episode
All right.
afterwards. Nice.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it. I think it goes deep lore Marvel.
Yep.
Like there's some really like
Okay.
deep stuff they're going into. So
I'm super out of the loop these
G.
days.
Davis says, Jay Belinsky, I haven't watched it yet. They've disappointed me so recently.
No.
I like it because it's a very standalone character, and that's kind of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a different. Like I went down the rabbit hole last night on the Wikipedia page
Sure.
about Agatha and like everything that her character is and all that stuff. So I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Well, and Catherine Hahn, right?
Yeah,
Like,
she's
she's
kicking-
fantastic.
she's kicking
always a
butt in this.
great actress. Yeah.
So
Huh.
opinions on easy car care products. We don't have any. We haven't tried them. Sorry, Incredible.
Perhaps someone in the comments can weigh in.
Then David, we have a toilet paper limitation, 1 pack currently. I'm imagining due to the hurricane. However, we anticipate it being a rough few months waiting for parts of the shop. Yeah, everybody
At
over
least
that
makes
way
more sense.
makes more sense to us with the hurricane
Here-
and all that.
Here, paper mills are all over the West Coast and stuff.
And Dane has plants growing in his yard he can use.
Yeah, know, we're resourceful. Bark has many uses.
Maybe that's how that one plant got created.
Ow.
Analong Phil says, sorry, I caught a case of short person syndrome.
Yeah, no.
It's okay,
It's just that
I'm
Joey
not that
Belinsky's a
tall either.
reacher-sized gentleman, and Spencer's just hoping he doesn't get stepped on.
Yeah, Joey just gets called out because he's exceptionally tall.
Yeah. Spencer also wants to just make sure he sees him.
Yeah.
Hey, our friends at our
Hey.
retail
Howdy,
supply.
gents. What's going
hey,
on?
guys. What's going on?
Welcome. Nice to see you guys. here.
Gee. I think they were stiff after that, Anthony, as he busts into Joey Belinsky's SEMA Luxury Suite at the Luxor Hotel.
Oh, man.
Then Joey, hello, Florida man.
Then Spencer says, my goal for
That was a great one.
Hear that squeak?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Puberty again. It says, my goal for SEMA is to walk by the Fireball booth in gray sweatpants and see what it looks like from the... Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Spencer,
Can't say behave.
that. David says, the blowout was at highway speeds in a massive international-based chassis. Threw me into the next lane and luckily didn't flip it. That was hands down the most terrifying thing I've ever done.
But kudos to
That
you for
is-
keeping it under control.
Yeah, seriously, that's...
Yeah, Dane probably could have flipped
Talented.
that.
I've recovered some pretty crazy scenarios, but, just not looking...
I know I would have flipped it. I would have flipped it in a
You
heartbit.
flipped it?
Yeah.
All I know is I'm very
Scared the
proud
crap
of
out of
you
me.
for maintaining and getting through it, David.
Bigger man
So,
than me, David.
Yeah, good job.
DJ
Hey,
Mayo
DJ,
popping
howdy,
in saying,
gents.
howdy, gents. What's
Welcome,
up, DJ? How are
Mr.
you, man?
Mayonnaise. Happy to have you here.
And Alexander says, how do you like the Colonite products, the new ceramic spray? So we actually played with some of them. Got them from a friend, and I actually think they work pretty well.
They work. Like, there's nothing wrong with them. They work. They're just,
Wasn't blown away.
yeah, it's nothing
But
to...
I think the ceramic spray smelled pretty good. I think the quick detailer smelled pretty good. Obviously, Colonite, the 845, right? 845, right? Always been a good product. I think Colonite. I think they're trying to expand the brand, right? Is what it seems like.
That's what it
Well,
felt.
that's what I
That's
was
what it
gonna
felt like. Was
ask.
they had created a couple other products, and it felt like one of those brands. It's like, oh my gosh, we're in the detailing scene.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because I
Like,
thought it was
oh, we
originally
didn't know
for
that.
junction boxes,
It
like
is.
an insulator wax.
No, it's for
electrical junction boxes.
It's for boxes out in the
And it
middle
had a
of
cult
nowhere.
following in the detailing community, and
Yeah.
people like Matt at OG really liked using it for quite a
So
while.
it was a good
and
wax
things
that
like that.
basically just didn't have all the solvents or the abrasives.
But now they're intentionally getting into the detailing.
Well, they're kind of looking
space.
at it. You know, when I was in Germany, I met with one of the lead product developers for Merca,
Okay.
and he was like, "It's crazy. People like our stuff for detailing. We didn't even think that we're a detailing brand."
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're
I
doing
said,
more
"I've
body
known
shop.
about you guys for nearly 20 years." And I would buy your sandpaper from Buff Daddy back in the day because he was the only person importing
Yeah.
your sandpaper. It was the most uniform and perfectly designed sandpaper. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, that's what we do best." And his business card was sandpaper.
Yeah.
It was a piece of sandpaper. And,
That's smart. That's cool.
But he was like, "Yeah, we developed that little polisher just because we needed a little polisher to go with our sanding for automotive, like for factories. That's why they developed that."
But no, that...
But he was like, "We're just amazed that we're not a detailing company."
Yeah, it wasn't made with that
So,
intent.
and it's
but
the same with Colonite. I feel is that they're looking at it going like, "Oh, there's an industry that is different than what we do."
There's interest here. But
Yeah.
I have to say, just having watched and listened to the Merca polisher when we were at Matt's down in Florida at the beginning of this year, holy cow, I've never heard a polisher that sounded more pleasant to the ear than that.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have Hans that says, easy detail products are good, but I think PNS and kosher are better, says Hans.
Okay.
Okay.
Joey Belinsky says, Anthony, can we coordinate a gray sweatpant day for SEMA week? I mean, if you would like, we can do that.
dear.
Whatever you're into, man.
Oh, man.
Then HM Auto Detailing says, hello, TRC.
Hey.
gang.
Hello,
What's
hello.
going on?
Happy to have you here. Oh,
Whatever happened to the cheap red car? The truck. Sold it last year. It's
been a
sold
while.
it for $4,600,
good job.
and it currently is on Facebook Marketplace.
Ooh, it's back?
It's back on there again.
Oh, no.
The girl has got it listed, and she's just accepting offers. So I don't know. It says it runs. Everything's good. Needs a radiator.
Does it look
Looks
about the
exactly.
same?
Looks. She used my
Okay.
pictures.
Oh,
So
yeah, I hate. I don't know why. I don't like when people do that.
she used my
because you're like,
pictures for it.
I worked on those. Why
so-
are you using my stuff?
Next up here, we've got.
But a radiator's like $100 for that truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she just doesn't like it and wants something different
Maybe.
for everybody. Probably.
G. Davis says, I hope Dane is wearing that outfit when he picks up his Wendy's $5 value bag after work.
Dude,
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I'm eating
His
my
bi-
Met
his
meals.
biggie bag.
I'm barely eating these days, which is probably part of the thing. But we're working on it. We're losing weight.
David says, comments are slowing down a bit. Have the
Yeah.
lives been slowing down lately? With
Yeah, we've just been
interaction?
gone. This is the first time all three of us have been in the room in over a month.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, we haven't really been. I mean, we haven't really been all together. And then the other thing too is that, as far as like social media stuff, I think that one big helpful thing was when we did have the main show. It was always like the main show and the Q&A, and there was always that
There's
nice
a way to lead into
There was
it.
that way to lead into it through the week to be more consistent. So we'll have to figure out something in the future to kind of get that.
Yeah.
And I've
Track
got
track.
episodes in the can I need to drop. And I had help editing the first few because that was Nick. Thank you very much, Nick, for editing those. And I just haven't been around to help edit the other ones. And
You
Nick's
guys got to
been really
remember,
busy
Dane's
editing other stuff.
Dane's been touring Europe for the last 23 days.
So basically, we've got a lot of content that needs to come out. It just hasn't yet.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, Spencer had a
Hang on.
kid
Spencer
since
had
we
a
last
kid.
interviewed him.
It was a hypothetical when we were doing an interview.
No,
with
he
him.
was pregnant. They were pregnant. They were going to have a
I know.
baby. We knew
I'm
that.
joking,
Yeah.
but still, that's what it feels like to
Yeah,
him. I'm
it
sure.
does.
So
Yep.
anyway, we got a few to catch up to, but yes, and this is the last comment I'm catching up on. So boom.
Analog Phil says, Sydney hinted at a new PNS product when she hosted a couple weeks ago. Is that part of Spooktacular? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's for SEMA.
That's probably for SEMA.
Yeah. Spooktacular. You have things to look forward to. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Just make sure you guys are signed up for the newsletter so that you know. That way you can be ready to rock and roll when that thing drops that morning, because it's, like we said, stuff's going to go quick. And we've got something up our sleeves for that.
Yes.
So it
what
should be
I
pretty
can
fun
say about
with
the
a lot of stuff.
Spectacular is that falls on Thursday.
Just remember, you guys know what we do during Halloween.
Yeah. We'll give you a little something
Have
special.
some, like, get ready for it. Gear up for
extra.
it. Stop buying coffee in the mornings and save those shekels so you can
Yep.
Yeah.
you can spend them ducats on things that you want.
Levi, how would I even know when things are happening?
I just said it, Dane, like
I
two
think- I
sentences
think you
ago.
should say it
Sign
again.
up for the newsletter.
Yes.
Go to the website. Go all the way down to the bottom. Put in your email address. We'll give you a 15% off coupon for your entire order.
That's
Just for
right.
signing up. So do
Yeah.
it. Hans, will there be a new cheap car challenge?
Oh man, that was.
I don't think so.
much fun.
It was great. We had a blast, but
We did.
I don't think we'll be able to do that again.
It-
if we
it
do,
was-
there's going to be some other rules involved, and it's probably not like.
It was a time when we were a little more free to experiment with the budget like that and stuff, but now we got more responsibilities too.
I mean, we could
so
do it. We just have to build out a budget and
we would
create a proper
We would have to
ROI.
make like a lesson plan attached to it and show
Yeah,
like
proper
this
ROI.
will garner this kind of response and thus
Yeah.
we can do this. Yeah. Or a one-wing challenge. Oh man, that was such a class. If you guys have not seen this thing called the one-wing challenge, I highly recommend after this stream, go over to the Rag Company channel, dig through the old
We did it in
videos,
April of
look up the one-wing
2019.
challenge. Yes.
It was
Classic.
April Fool's Week, same week that we do TRCMA every year. This was the precursor to our TRCMA event. We did this in 2019 of April, and we thought, man, we should do something again.
So much
And
fun.
it was great. We had a blast.
I edited the first half, Tim edited the second half, and the whole thing is just like a party. It's
Yeah.
so fun. It's
well, what we
crazy.
did was, I think what we ended up doing was we did the one wing challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Then in that November of, or was it 2020?
No, it was
No,
2019.
we did 2019, and then that November we went to SEMA in 2019, and then did we do? Yeah, no, we were trying to figure out what we do, and that was when we were. Did we start building? No, we didn't build that.
No.
Man, anyway, it happened in April of 2019. I know that much.
Yeah.
But we had been planning on doing something else for 2020. COVID hit, so we couldn't do that.
Kind of threw everything
And then
out of whack.
and then 2021 or 2020 November was when we launched TRCMA, and then we had talked about doing something for April of 21,
Yeah.
and that was when we worked on the Subaru.
Yep.
But we
That
brought
Subaru
everybody
was
back that
good
week for
project, too.
April of 21 to do that, and then we started TRCMA in April of 22.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Lots of good
It
stuff.
was all part of like a little thing of stuff that we did that made it go farther.
So
G.
much fun,
Davis, thanks boys, always a pleasure. Thank you,
Thanks,
G.
G.
We always
Absolutely,
appreciate
G.
you, brother. How would you all get soda out of a headliner? I have a friend that wants me to deep clean their interior. O&R or rinseless absolute on a towel with warm to hot water.
Yep.
And you just soak the towel in there, wring it out, and then just blot and wipe with a wet O&R towel. You'll get it all out. So that's the best way to get it, Anna.
Then Craig Schwent with a very good question here. As a shop owner, you had some stuff to
You
contend
just
with.
pour them down the toilet, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't do
No,
that.
so Craig, best way to dispose of chemicals? Well, it's hard.
It's jurisdictional.
Yeah, it really just depends on your area. So some areas allow you to dispose of them in the trash cans. Some of them allow you to dispose of them
Auto parts stores
by
sometimes
taking them
have...
to an auto parts store. Others want you to take them to a specific location. Just check your local area for trash or hazardous chemicals and see what they say. And they'll tell you. They'll say, like, if a chemical is flammable, we want it delivered to us. If a chemical is biodegradable and good to go, you can just dump it in your grass, maybe dilute it and then dump it in your grass. There's a lot of rules to each thing. So, like, I can take car wash soap if I have extra soap. I can put it in a bucket, I can fill it with water, and I can pour it in my grass. That's okay.
Yeah.
But tire dressings, I can't really just dispose of them a certain way. So in Idaho, they basically state like, hey, put them in your trash can and dispose of them that way. Where flammable items I do have to take, or latex base like house paint, things like that. Anything that's really thick that can't break down, you have to usually take it to a facility.
Our local landfill has a separate section where you
They
can
literally,
go that
yeah.
actually has chemical and kind of waste
paint
disposal
thinners,
area.
strippers, things
all
like
that
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
They account for it.
Fertilizers, there's all kinds of stuff that they'll.
So whatever is most like that locally to you,
Green bean-
that's where you should check.
So my truck bed trailer, I have a bucket that I keep spray paint cans and empty things that I don't need anymore, and I put them in that bucket, and it sits by the tailgate, and then I fill that truck bed trailer up with trash or garbage or whatever to go to the dump, and then on my way up to the dump, there's the location on the mountain, and I can drop off that chemical, and it's literally just a 5-gallon bucket, and I just hand it to them. And it's full of the bottles of stuff. It's not just a 5-gallon bucket filled with a bunch of products, a witch's brew.
Okay.
But it's, that's how I just keep that. So I usually add,
Yeah, don't mix them all together. That.
but I
could be
usually
bad.
add a couple buckets to my truck bed trailer and just put those products, those empty bottles or those, certain size bottles and just set them inside that. And then I add another bucket and then I just give them that and dump it out.
Okay.
Spencer with the last detailing question.
Well, there's actually I got a handful of questions
Oh,
now. See, they all
man,
came in while you're talking.
I think you were doing this on purpose. You
Yeah.
like running this show longer.
I'm good at it,
outfit
guys.
with a new wheel brush. It did.
You guys got my back. Thank you.
It did.
Spencer, if you were to have one product and one tool to do an interior and one product and tool to do an exterior, what would it be? Rinseless wash.
There we go. I mean,
Yeah.
that really does
and
it
a tool
all.
would be a towel.
Yeah, that counts.
Anthony?
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
I'd
disagree
say
with that.
Fiber towel, rinseless wash, water. That's pretty much it.
Boom,
I think I
done.
could do a lot. Ryan Rignan says, thanks again, guys. This episode was worth a screenshot. Thank you.
Yeah,
Ryan.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, glad we could help, Ryan.
And then Joey Blinsky says, an exciting time in the detail world.
Yep.
Yes, it is.
Sure is, Joey.
Alex Duar says, I got to head out. Greta show, guys. Stomach hurts from laughing. Love you
Great
all.
show,
Thank
guys.
you.
Greta
Welcome,
show,
Alex.
guys.
Greta show. It's a Greta show.
Yeah, it's a Greta show.
David says, have a great weekend. Thanks for the quality entertainment and trip down memory lane. Thank you.
You're
David.
welcome.
Absolutely,
You're
sir.
welcome, David.
Thank you.
And Joey, no more Dutch Bros, no more Dutch Bros, no more Dutch Bros.
Oh man, then we got a bunch of lows, and then we got G here.
Anthony's new Italian cooking channel, House of Ragu.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Hans, I know a guy who won a few items that wasn't supposed to be shipped internationally.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then Mike Ifanafia. Anthony, were you natty in that physique picture, or how do we
Wow.
join your only
Yeah, he
rags?
was.
Yes, I was. I was natty the entire time of my fitness. Well, I've always been natty, but Yes, I was. Let's just say I was one of the only natty people.
I was gonna say you're surrounded by people who weren't.
Who weren't natty, and I think I didn't realize for a couple years that physique that they had was not possible. But I did work my butt off, and I eventually got to a decent point. But yeah, needless to say, size wise, it wasn't a Jack Reacher size gentleman. G. Davis says my county landfill takes a couple, and then H&B Towing says, what's the safest way to clean headliners? I've always been so nervous to do it. A wet towel with O&R, so take some diluted O&R, dunk a towel in there, preferably in some warm water, a warm mixture, wring it out. The white ribbon rags are perfect for this, new Ultras. Wring it out, and then simply just wipe the headliner down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. You can literally just wipe a whole headliner and then call it good.
Yep.
You're done.
Wow, then we're at the
Are you
very end of the
performance
show.
enhancing drugs now?
Yeah,
I can tell.
Dad bod time and gray sweatpants.
And that is how we round out the show.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
I'm gonna wear pants. I'm gonna wear sweatpants tomorrow, I guess.
Oh man, who tuned in? We appreciate you all, and you guys make the show what it is every week. So thank you again to everybody who is here. Make sure you hit that like button. Give us a big old thumbs up on your way out the door. It'd really help us out. And what would help us out even more is if you took a moment to leave a comment down below while
agreed.
you're hanging out here. The engagement is important. It helps us, maneuver our way through the algorithm and all that good stuff. So with that said, make sure you subscribe to the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel and go look for that Cheap Car Challenge or One Wing Challenge video. Go watch those. They're a great time. So that's what I think you should do with your afternoon. See ya. Have a good one.
See ya.